Welcome in, everyone, to tonight's first episode of Choir of Calamity. It's going to be fine. Before we jump in to tonight's episode, and I'm jumping to what I'm sure will be a happy-go-lucky story, we're going to go around the table and say hi to our players, get them to introduce themselves and where we can find them, and then we will torment them, and it'll be a great time. Why don't we start with immediately below me, the playmat. Tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Hi, everybody. I'm the playmat. I'm a professional game master, actor, musician, and low-key beholder simp. You can find me at twitch.tv/theplaymat. I do a lot of world building, and I run an actual play show called Whose Role Is It Anyway? It's a fully improvised game. And yeah, just shenanigans. Big old Canadian shenanigans.
Love it. Thank you, Matt. Right beside you, and we'll find out about their characters after, so hang on to your I don't know, your marbles chat. Scarlett, tell us all about yourself.
Hi, I'm Scarlett. I'm a content creator, musician, do tons of TTRPG content on Twitch. I also make content on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Nice, let's go. Immediately beside you, Cinderblock Sally.
Oh, hello there, you wonderful hooligans of the internet. My name is Cinderblock Sally. I am a YouTuber, Team YouTube.
Boom. I mean, it's fine.
I stream over on YouTube. I do shows where I review homebrew that you send me, and I do call-in shows where you call in and we talk. Cinderblock Sally.
Nice. Immediately above you, Caustic Phoenix.
Hello, I am Caustic Phoenix, Becca Godzi on Twitter, or X, or whatever it's called these days. Who knows if their branding went through. But yes, you can find me here on Twitch as a content creator. I'm a streamer, I'm a host over on the Pink Pixels for the gamers. But on top of it, I'm also an instructor in the gaming space. So we just love to talk about good stories through and through. And starting pretty soon, on August 13th, my show will be returning as D20 Deathmatch, the show for PvP D&D. So I hope you can come join us then.
Nice.
Which we will be moving to YouTube.
Boo! It's fine. It's boo. Yes, Zach, tell us about you.
Boo. Yeah, boo, YouTube. Anyway, so I have a YouTube stream tomorrow about this time, 2 hours, in 22 hours exactly, you will find me live with the very first session of Baldur's Gate 3, which will be a lot of fun. You can join in. I'll be taking probably far too much influence from the chat on my decisions, so you can come in and cause some chaos. That'll be on Zach Speaks Giant YouTube channel. I also throw silly D&D stories there and my own silly thoughts as well. And if you like that, then keep subscribing to more things of me, or not. It's up to you. I can't force you to do anything.
Didn't you recently pass like 60,000 subscribers or something on YouTube? Well done. Something like that, right? I don't know, some like insane amount.
Look how uncomfortable he just got in that moment.
It's weird to be like actually at 70,000 makes me seem like such.
Oh wow! I'm sorry. I'm actually fine. Be that way. As for me, well, I'm Rackham. This is the GM Workshop. Yeah, we're just doing D&D stuff. Tomorrow, back to Baldur's Gate. I'm just, we're going to jump in. We're going to jump in into tonight's episode. Thank you. I might interrupt myself and just say thank you, but note that thank you for any support, the follows, the subs. This is just insane. You guys are very kind. With this out of the way, this is a tale of calamity, of sadness, and perhaps of redemption. Howling winds and howling beasts. The vast unnamed plains seem distorted as if viewed through a rippling pool of water. The horizon stretches oddly, colors muted and unreal. Muzaffar, the great mage, stands on an elevated patch of ground, his lone silhouette stark against a dimming twilight. You, still in your spellbook form, Crane, rest in his grip, pages fluttering restlessly. From the nebulous edge of this dreamscape, an indistinct tide of darkness approaches. Fell beasts, their form ever-shifting, their roars like discordant chords, ripping through a tear in the fabric of reality. They advance not running but flowing like a creeping shadow across the dreamy expanse. You have lived this dream many times before, this memory, this moment. The day that Muzaffar gained his title of the Phoenix Reborn, the Sun Eater, the Fire Incandescent. Muzaffar with practice confidence opens you. But this time, the pages don't turn smoothly. You resist. You're stuck. Your ink blurry or blank. The arcane symbols seem to move of their own accord, slipping out of his sight whenever he tries to focus on you. The world around you seems to shimmer and shift. This is not how it's supposed to go, Crane. What do you want to do to help him?
I think Crane just he's clamoring for the right answer, like it's a test that he's failing. He's like putting up. He's just suddenly he's going too quickly. He's like he's trying to throw up too much. The page is fluttering and becoming like folded against each other.
As your pages flutter, finally you manage to open the pages of yourself to him and land on the familiar meteor swarm spell. This is how it's meant to go. He's supposed to rip the very heavens apart. And he begins to read the ancient draconic runes that adorn your pages, starting his chant. The words, however, this staccato, this musical crescendo, this amazing song of destruction sounds off-tune, distorted as if spoken underwater. The skies should respond and you look up, but they're darkened. They're churning in this endless storm above your head. No meteors, no rip, no fabric, no tear, no death and destruction reigns from above. You can see that the fell beasts are closing in, their forms becoming more terrifying, more nebulous. It never happened this way. You can hear the desperation in Muzaffar's chants, his voice growing louder and almost screaming at you. He's beckoning for your aid.
The only thing Crane can do with his kind of proto-sentience is he doesn't have the power to conjure meteors from the air, but he does a facsimile of such a illusion of the meteors that he knows should rain down in this moment.
As you try to throw
just vapor,
illusory magic at it, at this swarm of beasts, they suddenly surround and engulf everything of him, and yet, in that moment of utter death and destruction, you wake up. You do not breathe. You are a... What are you? Can you describe your character to us, please?
Crane is a humanoid figure made entirely of folded paper. As he gets up, where is he right now?
You look around and you're in a prison cell. You are on a dirtied, dusty bench, but you are, well, immediately beside you is somebody who's leaning on you. You can feel their drool pooling and being sort of soaked up a little bit by your pages. Somebody who's been drinking, and their mouth smells like a, unflushed toilet.
Yeah, Crane is this like man made of folded paper. You see he is wearing a everything, despite him choosing essentially his own outfit and his own expressions and whatnot. He has that distinct look of being ruffled and kind of unkempt. He is a paperback that has been dog-eared too many times. He is got a kind of like grubby blazer over a collared shirt, all made of folded paper. And as he kind of gets up, his expression changes with those folds. He goes from a kind of wide-eyed fear. His brow folds down to be a little bit more serious.
we cut to outside and above the city. It is at the edge of twilight. The cool morning air embraces this individual atop the celestial Voyager. Above, the sky unfurls in rich blues punctuated with sparkling starlight. Below them, the city of prophecy, Almara, reveals itself in all of its gleaming majesty, towers and turrets catching the beginnings of first light. Audrey, if you'd like to introduce what your character looks like.
Sprawled on the deck, like they're making snow angels, but it's, on the deck of a floating ship. An individual that is shirtless, but wearing a long, long, long robe of a beautiful satin, little constellations and almost like patches of paint gas on it, tight leather pants, and what seem to be some sort of slippers. They are of light purple skin, and as the moonlight reflects on their chest, you can see what seem to be like white tattoos of constellations all over their bodies, into their neck. They have bright purple eyes and curly hair with a small, like almost rose thorn crown around their head. And they're just lying there looking up at the stars, mouth agape, in awe.
From this elevated perch, Audrey, you can see the stunning capture, sort of grabbing your full attention, the enigmatic stars and constellation above. All the while, the steady beat of your mechanical heart resonating, a rhythmic drumming that you find now soothing. A soft mechanical whirring interrupts this moment of examination, of peace, of quiet, as an automaton from the city of prophecy, sleek and gleaming, this winged bird arrives and halts beside you. Attached to its leg, you see a sealed scroll with your name emblazoned on it. And as you look to it, you can see the captain of the airship, Captain Alondra, this half-drow with her silvered hair and a commanding presence, and an old acquaintance of yours. She stands a few paces away. You can see her gaze looking at you full of respect, but she is fidgeting with something. I need you to make an insight check, please.
All right.
First roll, baby!
17.
She is lingering on you, and you can tell that by the fact that her nails have been sort of chewed on. Something she wants to tell you, but isn't.
I gaze over and, even though I was just kind of in my own headspace, I pull my coat over and just tie my robe, making sure that, the zipper over my heart that's sewn into my flesh is hidden and properly zipped up. And I get up and I walk towards her. Hey, why the bum look, huh?
We should be getting back to town.
I haven't seen a clear night like this in so long.
She looks to the rest of the crew. You see that there are like 5 other people on this ship, but they're sort of below deck. There's the lookout above.
Mm-hmm.
She leans in as if to tie her shoelaces, but as she does so, there's something I should tell you, but I've been told not to.
Okay. Would this put you in danger if you tell me?
I think it would put you in danger.
Oh, well, I get a lot more excited when I'm in danger, so I think you should tell me.
You know how the other day I couldn't come out here and do this thing where we both get a break from, life?
Yes.
She points to a section of the ship, and you can see that there's like some damage on it. Where her ship is normally pristine and very well maintained, there's like some definite debris, and some the decks have like burn marks. I was sent to one of the waygates, one of the ones to the Feywild. my crew and I spent the night cleaning up debris and bodies.
What kind of debris, what kind of bodies are we talking about? From here or from the Feywild?
The gate that takes people from here to there, it something happened, and the vehicle that's meant to go through got cut in half. People alongside, and she looks around. It's time to go back. Her eyes went wide for a second. Crew, ready the ship. We are to head back to Elmara.
Is there anything that I've noticed suspicious about any of the crew members? Just behavior, eye twitches at anything. I'm usually very insightful to people's behaviors and shifts in them and how they behave around me. I know I'm very eccentric, and so I always clock how people behave around me.
Give me a perception check, and you still have this sort of bird that's waiting to give you the message that's been...
Perception or insight?
Right now, you're trying to capture all of them around you, or anyone...
Got you.
So...
Sure. Perception. Sounds good. 24.
Nice. You could tell that from where you are, one of the deckhands, who's simply starting to coil in the rope, is paying a little bit too much attention and a little bit too close to this conversation. They're not doing exactly. They're taking something that should take like 10 seconds. It's taking them like upwards of a minute to sort of coil the rope. And you know that this is the newest member of the crew that she has recruited.
I like tie my robe a little tighter, and I look up at them and I blow them a kiss.
They I don't go for elves or whatever. Finishes coiling the rope and moves to the back of the ship.
Lord. Okay. What are they? Are they like human or?
Oh yeah, 100% human.
I say in Elvish to Alondra. And in Elvish I say, "Who's the new member of your crew?" They're looking at me a little bit oddly. Not more odd than most people in this city, but you seem a little on edge, and you know, vehicles are going missing.
She looks to you and says, she shakes her head as if to say, "This isn't the time, this isn't the place." That's Narek, a wonderful new addition to the crew. It's time to go back. I think that bird is here for you.
The bird has a missive, right? You said
it has like a scroll that's been tied with your name affixed to it.
I grab it and I read it.
The text reads that you have been summoned to head directly to the warden's headquarters. The wardens being the sort of police force or city guard. As a person of interest, you are to report to one Chancellor Ponsoris, also known as the Sergeant at Arms, also known as the Giggler.
Also known as Mon Petit Chou. Absolutely. I tell her, okay, perhaps you are right. Perhaps we should go back.
With this, she will ready the ship, and as it makes its way back, you can see beneath you the wonderful, pulsing heart of Elmar, the gleaming city, the enchantment, the beautiful city of progress, the city of wonders, the city of prophecy. Here beneath you, you can see the enormous tower that sits central to the tower. The city that, the tower in which, that's founded the city 150 years ago, tomorrow. Tonight is today rather, and we're not nighttime, it's bright and early in the morning. This eve is the eve of the Day of Questioning. Once a year, the Council of Seven make their way to the Oracle, the device that sits at the heart of the City of Prophecy, and ask it a singular question that it will do its best and has never gotten wrong of the past, the present, or the future. This device has guided the city through 150 years of prosperity, making it the first city amongst all the others. The city-state that is the example, the shining beacon of progress, of magic, of might, of all things that every city aspires to be. And as you begin making your way down, we cut to the air within this tower is thick and heavy. And within the walls of the tower, the Steel Syndicate, the Artificers Guild, has their furnace room. The heat here is oppressive, a relentless entity that pervades every corner, making the metals malleable and the workers' resolve fragile. Amidst the shimmering waves of heat, Scarlet, if you'd like to introduce your character to us.
Ray is a humanoid that has a distinctly feminine form. From afar, you would think it was a very slight, lithe female something with a bald head. But upon closer inspection, you notice that her skin is not fleshy, but more silicone. She has a face plate with seams cut down her eyes, her mouth, and other parts of her body. What originally appeared to look like a bodysuit just seems to be the mechanical body that she possesses. She is an automaton who is obediently doing any work that her superiors assign to her, and she does so without much emotion or much complaint. She is quite an efficient worker.
Your metallic form is largely pervious to this environment. You've been here, you've been designed to withstand the conditions that could maim or kill a human. Your intricate gears and mechanisms move with precision. You have this large crucible where you're pouring molten metal into intricate molds. This is a practice thing that you've done for a long time, Ray, and you are calculated, you are perfect in all of the work to meet the guild's exacting standards. Across the room, however, on this day, Ray, a junior artificer named Lorne, new and brash, is preparing a new mold. He's been with the guild only a few weeks, and he has shown you, if you could have a name for it, well, he calls you It. He dismisses you. He ignores the fact that you are sentient and intelligent and capable. You know that he wields on his chest the symbol of the devoted, the members of the church here that exists in Elmara. And as you watch him, he is using a cold mold, and you know that if he is to pour anything incredibly hot within, it is likely that it will explode in his face, either harming him, maiming him, killing him, and or damaging the rest of the equipment here.
I see this.
You see this? He's been nothing but a dick to you. What would you like to do?
I think as I turn my head and notice this, immediately would stride over, and she kind of strides almost like a ballerina on point, on the tips of her toes, as her feet are just little sticks. And she would gracefully and yet mechanically just kind of glide over and say, "Organic, allow me to assist you."
Get away from me, stupid thing. This thing is malfunctioning again.
"You are not performing to code. Allow me to assist you."
If you put your hands on me, machine, I will turn you off.
Those words, she backs off a little bit.
You do well to observe a master of his craft, a human with creative mind and possibilities. No metal bits here.
I would highly encourage the organic to put the craft down and please listen to reason.
What would you know of reason? I need you to make a persuasion roll, please.
I don't think I'm good at that. Oh, no, I'm not good at those. Hold on. 5.
If you talk to your betters this way again, I will talk to the guild. I will talk to the machinist himself. It's high time that you are shut off. You are an abomination. All of the devoted know this. All of us know this.
I am only here to help. If you would just please let me help you. I do not want to see an organic harmed.
You watch as he's literally turning his back on you, and he's about to pour the molten metal.
She is going to just lunge and grab it. She won't touch him, but she's going to try to grab it.
Okay, I need you to make an athletic roll, please.
Okay. 18.
Okay, Zach is right. I can't roll to save my life. Doesn't matter. With a natural 3, you are able to easily stop him. You grab him. Do you grab him by the wrist? Like, how do you want to sort of stop him?
I'm grabbing I don't want to touch him because his threat is very scary to me, and the church is very scary to me. But I want to hold the thing.
Sure.
And my head like twists in a really uneasy way, and I go, please step away from the hazardous material.
You watch as your head's spinning sort of like in an unnatural, inhuman angle, impossible angle for him. He will let go and, what are you? And at that moment, coming into the room, you see the door opens, and walking in is the machinist. This is the leader of the city. This is the person who runs the Artificers Guild. This is the founder of Elmara. This is the one who tied or discovered the Oracle device. And he sits, if the Council of 7 are equals, he is the first among his equals.
Oh, dang.
And upon walking into this chamber with the other artificers and junior guild members who are here, he has somebody following him, and he's pointing to different things. His eyes land on you and on the junior artificer, and he'll walk up. Explain yourself, please, Ray. What is happening here?
Forgive me, machinist. This organic is attempting to use a cold mold, which is sure to damage him. I merely wanted to stop that from happening.
You know, Ray, sometimes you are exceedingly good at your work. I would suggest we allow Lorne the glorious experience of finding out what happens when he wishes to proceed. What do you think? Do you think there's something to be learned through pain?
I do not know the experience of pain, machinist. I do know that he is organic and quite vulnerable, and I fear that this lesson would be fatal to him.
I command you to throw the fiery molten liquid into his face. And he looks dead on at Lorne when he says this.
I cannot accept that command, machinist.
You see, Lorne, this machine has more reason, more empathy, and more skill than you do. I want you to collect your things, and I want you out of this guild in the next 10 minutes. Ray?
Yes, machinist?
A message has been sent for you. I'm afraid that you have been summoned to the Warden's headquarters. I'm sure it's nothing serious. I know that you and the Sergeant-at-Arms have gotten to know each other. I'm sure you'll be fine. I trust that you will be able to look after yourself and after them if needed. Can you help me up, please? He gives you a hand. He's sort of bent over in his old age.
I'm gonna, pick him up like a toddler. Do.
Thank you. Yes, excellent. He'll turn to the person that he accompanied him into this chamber, and you watch. This is a young woman dressed in ceremonial robes that looks like very much a member of the devoted, and you can hear him say,
I recoil.
She's looking at you, this person that walked in, and as you see, we have the safest individuals working here. And he continues to give her a tour of the grounds. With your summons given to you, you watch as Lorne begins to grumble. And as he walks by you, he will stare at you. It's not over. We will turn you off. You are a danger to all of us.
I fear you are more of a danger to yourself, Sir Lorne. I guess Sir's not correct. Mr. Lorne. I hope you learn safety regulations before you acquire your next employment.
And with that, he will leave, grab his things, and make his way out of the hall. Over the next while, you continue the work that's laid in front of you. and eventually you will have to make your way to the warden's headquarters. We cut to now a individual wearing simple robes against the greenish backdrop of the Mercantile Slough, the area of town that is the most magically polluted site. Here, all the experiments of the alchemists, the artificers, the wizards, the mages, the warlocks, the witches, the blood mages, and others seep down. And in this neighborhood, the automatons come and clean up the sites, retrieving whatever magical, miasmic mess is left to send back up and to clean up to the best of their ability. And standing beside it on this fine day, the day of graduation for a number of custodians, can you please describe your characters for us, please, Caustic?
Yes. So you see Aes as quite tall in nature, even still with her hunched back. She's quite a towering figure with her brownish golden fur, bright green eyes, using her broomstick to hold her up. And even though this is a graduation ceremony and others are dressed cleanly, hair done, she looks like she just got off the job at this point. And she rightly so did. She has her priorities. It's one thing than the other. Nothing is more special than anything else. And she shares that little moment, looking adoringly on as each graduate kind of walks through, giving her nod of approval and looking away at some of the others who she thought probably needed a little more time in training.
As in your hand is a new broom that you're about to give to this turtle. This young turtle with their shells still sort of molting and soft, their eyes full of wonder as they look to you, a legend in this industry. You are Aes. You are the custodian. You hear, filtering through the sound, the ambient noises of the city, a muffled shout coming from the disrepair, the pollution, the chaos, the mess that has accrued overnight in the Mercantile. And you hear the sounds like a young voice.
I'm sorry, just hold on a second, kind of putting her hand out to the young graduate in front.
Please help somebody.
No, these must be my old ears. And you can see her like trying to like dig, and it's gross. She's disgusting a little bit at times, like digging out some earwax with her small claw of a finger. What was that sound? Did I hear that correctly?
You see that young turtle kind of goes to grab the wax that's on your fingertips?
Yes, thank you. And she'll wipe it like on their shoulder of their graduation robes.
The young turtle looks around. That's a collectible. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. In the meantime, you still hear that voice call out one more time. Please, somebody help!
No, I'll do it. I'm coming! And you'll see her taking the broom with her, even though it was supposed to be given along, trying to move it around to try to push through the crowds to get to where she hears this voice. Where are you? I can't see you.
Over here, just below. And as you cross the crest towards the Mercantile, you see graffiti on the wall. It's incomplete. Somebody has spray painted a partial of a mural, unfinished but passionately rebellious, speaking against Elmara's mechanical reliance, critiquing the perceived loss of true magic, blah, 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 blah. And you can see the artist is stuck beneath the ground here because of all the ambient magic is dubious at best. They have sunk to about waist high into what should be solid cobblestone. And they're trying to grab at metal and all manners of things, and they're unsuccessful. They're wearing a mask. Their name may be Banksy, who knows? As they're trying to pull themselves up, they're looking up. This is the jerk, dude. This is the guy who has been graffitiing, and that you've tried to catch 1,000 times, this little shit. And there he is, and he's calling for help.
Are you kidding me? It's you. And she just immediately, with those big paw hands of hers, grabs them by the scruff of their neck, lifting them in the air. Are you kidding me? On the day of the graduation. And you can hear like this low grumble in her throat.
Fine, just let me die then. Ugh.
Oh, you're
my
dramatic.
My death will be so meaningful. I'll be a martyr, and they'll all rise up in my name.
Your name? No one even knows your name, much less the face attached to it. You think they'd remember this? I've cleaned half of these off before people have even seen it. Are you kidding me?
Well, they would know my name if you'd
broom.
stop cleaning them all the time. I'll tell you, my name is, and as he's about to tell your name, there's a sound of... You see a big piece of metal sort of begins to slide down, threatening to crush him.
If time slows down just for a hot second, she just takes a deep moment. Big inhale of like, are you kidding me? Of all the little cretins I have to save today. And she'll do a quick swipe, almost dropping immediately to all fours in a very strange mobile fashion for her age. And with that, she just sweeps across, grabbing them by their ankles. They're going to fall straight to the ground, hitting the back of their head on the ground. That's not meant to be kind whatsoever. To pull them out from underneath this falling piece of metal.
Okay, I need you to make either an athletics or an acrobatics check. It's up to you.
Cool. Let's hope we're successful.
Let's hope.
Let's go with, it'll be a 19.
Nice. 4. God, I hate this game. Okay, as you lope on all fours, kind of coming across, you grab him, you stick out your broom, and they're able to grab it, giving you enough leverage to pull him out. As you do so, you hear the of magic kind of letting go. You see tendrils of blackness, of colors that have no names, as they reach out and they let go with a sucking... We did it. We got it. The piece of metal just at that moment falls and collapses. A kick of magical dust and liquid spray out, but with a 19, you're fast and dexterous enough to avoid it. As you have him in your hand, he goes, woe is me. Oh, look over there.
I'm pretty dumb sometimes. I'll look.
He will immediately try to break and just take off running, leaving behind him a trail of paint on the ground that like shows you directly where he's running.
My streets! And she just kind of bursts out at this moment, seeing her precious dirt roads being covered in paint. There's a certain way they're supposed to look, and you've ruined it! She's just very upset. And in that broom, you can see like this gift that was supposed to go to the turtles. You can see like it clenched and it cracks a little bit under the pressure of her hands.
You hear behind you...
What? She'll reel around.
You see 2 wardens. Aeus, the custodian?
What?
Is that you?
Who's asking?
Obviously me. And you see the other warden kind of go, is that a trick question? I've heard they're very tricky. Are you being tricky?
It is tricky if you're stupid. What is your name?
Oh. I am officer, and I am here to... Oh, my full name? Do you want my badge number too?
What are you here for?
You are... I just need you to confirm verbally that you are Aeus the custodian.
Fine. Yes, I am Aeus the custodian, broom in hand.
Wonderful. You are under arrest, and you are to come with us in relation to a murder.
No,
yes.
I have a graduation. This is a gift. I have to go deliver that. And she's going to turn and try to go for it.
As you move away, you feel this, and make a dex check.
Okay.
Let's go. Sorry.
That's a 16.
Nice, natural 20, which is still just a flat 20, so you could have beaten it. You feel the click on your wrists as he grabs and pulls you back. I know you're ancient. What's the right word? You're a sage.
Okay, that is ancient. Can I just like with the flick of my tail kind of like snap like the back of their head a little?
All right, you are of advanced age and are about to die from being decrepit. Is that better? I'm not sure what the right nomenclature is.
Decrepit? Are you kidding me?
Do you have a gag? No, man, I didn't bring it. Okay, just come on, please. And with
Where
this,
am I going? Don't I get rights?
they'll
I have
grab
a
you.
job to do. No one else is going to clean the city like I am.
And you see the paint is drying. It's drying already.
Just let me get this one piece. Just this particular wall, and then you can take it.
Your
Okay,
feet
fine,
are
just
dragging behind you as they pull you in the direction
Just one
of the
wall!
precinct. Finally, it is a new day, Ponsoris. It is a new day. Maybe today will be a better day. Unfortunately, your eyes do open. Already, it's a
Yeah.
shit day. Already, it's no good. As you awaken in your enormous, comfortable, king-size bed that is the softest bed that you could ever have in life. It is made from the down, the hair, the finest leaves of the finest dryads, the finest vines of the finest and softest tree ants. Your bed is amazing. It is intolerably soft. You hear the voice beside you. Your saccharine sweetness, are you awake?
I asked you not to call me that anymore. Please.
Your ambassadorship, the
Yeah,
sun...
I'm up.
Would you like for me to... And without even waiting, he starts to sing. Your manservant will begin to sing to you an aria to wake you up.
No, that's fine. That's wonderful singing. Thank you.
He'll
Thank
clap.
you very much.
He'll clap his hands. You see the windows, the shutters open.
Okay.
Little tiny pixies with magical fairy dust leave in this room to make it nice and bright, soft for the eyes. You hear music playing. In. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Jeez. Okay. I look around for a piece of candy.
You see, as there is a piece of candy immediately on, but your manservant goes to grab it before you're able to. I need you to make a dex check for me to see if he gets to. No, we your sweetness. You know what we've talked about. It's too much. It's too much.
It's a 20.
Yeah. Okay. 4. All right. My die is either 20 or 4 below. You're able to get your hand on it before he does. He looks at you imploringly. Please. You know what it does to you. It's terrible. No more candy, please.
It's the best thing for me in this whole dang room with this bed so soft I could fall into it. All these chimes. Listen, do you like this job?
I adore this job. I love serving you. I live to serve you.
Ponsoris' eyes are going to go almost blank for a second. All life fades from them, and the shimmer around him kind of becomes more acute and focused in his direction, almost like pressurized light. And I'm just going to give him 1,000-yard stare till he leaves the room.
He will begin to walk slowly, never leaving your gaze, walking back, bowing the whole time, throwing rose petals on the floor as he leaves. I've left your clothes have been pressed and absolutely dusted in a coat of fairy dust to freshen them up for you. Your bow has been restrung, and coffee's ready. Have a lovely your licorice drink as well. Your ambassador, and he will make his way out of the room, leaving you be.
The orifice.
Hans is gonna, start just munching on some candy.
You see, as a tiny little pixie appears at the bottom of the bed with an enormous clock. It's time for you. You already have a busy schedule today. Are you ready to face the day? You have a missive from, there's a letter waiting for you downstairs on your desk.
A letter from who?
The leadership of the city.
All right. And at that, he's going to sort of pull himself up a little bit more quickly. He's going to put his longbow over his back. On one side, he's going to grab these gloves that are cartoonishly too large. Oh, I should say that Ponsoris is about 7 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty tall for a pixie. He has massive wings that are sort of bigger than him on either side, and they are like crinkled. They're sort of like, looks like the leaves of a plant that have not been well taken care of. But he has a shimmer to him and a sparkle to him that is undeniable, regardless of how disheveled he attempts to exist as. And he's going to put on these gauntlets that are basically normal human-sized gauntlets, even though he is very small.
Does he have tattoos on his knuckle? Like, is that what?
No. And then he's gonna grab a giant a baton, like a police baton, that's the size of like a fire hydrant, and sort of drag it as he starts fluttering his wings and flies down to go see what the litter is.
Amazing. As you make your way down, you can see that the rose petals, with every step, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning,
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
You arrive at the door, which automatically opens. A face appears in the wooden door of your chamber. Good morning. You look amazing. Are you ready for your self-affirmations?
We can, you know what? I did them this morning when I woke up, so we can skip that.
One more.
I
am worthy.
Is this? Are you gonna give me the letter, or do I really just have to?
No, I can't let you out until you do at least 3.
I am worthy.
That's a good one. What else?
Yeah. All right. I am tired.
Try again.
I am eager to be done with this.
Okay, we'll accept it. Sure. One more.
I am quite confident that I could crush you.
Hey,
with
confidence.
one of my hands.
Confidence is great. Have a great day. And with this, the door opens into a beautiful home. You can see that this is. I mean, you're in the court of seasons. This is the realm of the Fae. You have a beautiful home. You can see the walls are living walls. This thing readjusts itself. The steps allow you to make your way down, cushioning every footfall. It is incredible, and you hate every second of it. As you arrive to your study, there sits a desk. The chair with its little feet will walk up to you, and you can hear the chair sort of, please lay your bosom upon your bottom upon me. You do not need to tarnish.
Just be a chair. It's fine. You can just be a chair. I really don't need the whole pomp and circumstance. I'm good.
But please, it's my entire reason for being. Sit on me,
I know.
Please.
Oh, when you say it like that, it is. Just stop talking, please. Just be a chair. And he's going to reluctantly sit.
Wonderful. Yes, please. And the chair will walk you up to the desk.
I got to remember to get some new furniture from this some ordinary little place. All right, let me find this letter.
It's right there. It's a red letter that has been left. Ponsoris, you have been 3 days ago. Something has been assigned to you. You are an ambassador for the Fae to this realm of men and dwarves and elves and other things. And for Elmara, you are sort of the connection to the realm of the Fae, this sort of alluring, dangerous, cute but deadly sort of embodiment of all things cunning and cruel and fun. And 3 days ago, you were assigned the case of a murder or an accident. It's not yet clear. Muzaffar, the great wizard, the protector of the city of Elmara, was found dead. And 3 days have gone by with you making little progress. You've been assigned his old spell book to kind of watch over, and you kind of left it in the prison. You don't know what the hell to do with this thing. And today you have received a list of names. They go Audrey? Or Audrey? Audrice? Who knows? Something.
I think it's pronounced Audrey.
Ray, who you're familiar with. Aeus, and Crane. All names that are considered to be important or in relation to this case. The great seers and clairvoyant mages and clerics of the city have deciphered through their great magics that these are people of interest. Luckily for you, they've already been summoned and are awaiting you back at the precinct.
I know all these people.
Says the chair.
I wasn't talking to you. I was sort of thinking out loud. This is weird.
The door will from upstairs. Yes, he's a great thinker. Good affirmation.
I am going to replace all of you with lawn furniture if you don't stop just being the things that you are. You don't all need to share your feelings. All
the,
right.
the little lamp that's beside, like Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast, sort of like, oh, turns around scared and sort of like shivers and like is scared of you now and like has his back turned to you. And you can hear it sort
you
of
don't have to. Okay, come on.
quietly.
I wasn't trying to. I'm sorry.
It's
Look,
crying the tears of wax that are running down the candles.
Well, no, you don't need to cry. Listen, all right, come here. All right, listen, little feller. I wasn't trying to scare you. It's early. I know y'all are used to starting the day sing-songy, and I'm over that stuff. I don't need it.
Could you
Follow me.
Wait till like noon. Just give me like till noon, till sing-songy.
do you
okay?
hate me now?
No, I don't. No, I don't hate you.
You know what
now.
make me feel better?
What?
The song.
Do I have to?
You hear the chair beneath you go, mmm.
Do you want the one about the race horses?
Yeah, okay.
All right. This just stays in this room, though, please. I don't want to. All right. 1-1 was a racehorse. 2-2 was 1-2. 1-1-1-1 race.
As you're singing,
1-1-2.
the door begins to pick up. Hum. The candle begins to sort of like in a full Disney encore. You watch as birds flutter and pixies, pseudo dragons all begin to like give you a choir. It's never staying in this room. The whole house, by the time you're done, is singing alongside you. And at the end of it, your manservant appears. I've collected your boots. Can I please press your wings, please?
Well, I don't got time. I got some business at the precinct. Thank you very much.
I've made your lunch.
I'm sorry I got upset earlier. It was just we got to start our mornings a little slower. Thank you for the lunch, and he's gonna grab the lunch.
It looks like a Power Rangers sort of like lunchbox. And inside of it, he's like, it's nothing but meat. It's healthy for you. You got to stop eating plants and candy so much. This is just bacon, beef. Your favorites. They'll be. Try it. I trust it. Bacon. Everybody loves bacon.
All right. Yes. All right. I will try it. I say very lyingly as I take the pouch and go to leave.
Okay. As you leave your home, Ponsoris, you feel beneath your feet the cobblestones, the area, and instinctively, even without looking, the gust of wind, the trees that are nearby, the sense, just by the cobblestones, the sense, the look, you don't need your eyes. You know exactly where you are. Do you begin making your way to the headquarters?
Yeah, and as I do, I'm going to sort of do my usual route through the city, just make sure, things look good by parks, make sure, all the nothing looks like nothing too shady happened in any of the stores or anything, sort of do that little walk around the Court of Seasons, just make sure everything's good. But yeah, I'm going to make my way.
Perfect. The most popular spot near the Court of Seasons is the litter box, this sort of place where a small forest that was brought to bear, where there was nothing but like sort of pollution and a mess before, and you can see a line of people. Nobody in Elmara goes hungry or thirsty. There are magical items, trees that provide food, water. Nobody really goes sick with the artificers and mages and wizards that have turned this city that you now call home. This city, however, that has lived for 150 years at the forefront of magic, of all things, is now vibrating with the grand celebration that threatens it tomorrow. The election, however, of the new high priestess of the devoted disciples has brought attention that wasn't there before. The mages have always been the bedrock of Elmara's prosperity, this sort of oracle device that has given prosperity and future to this place. However, the newly elected high priestess has a different take that she's been sprouting, the anger that sort of suffuses the nearby small villages that feed into Elmara. The gods have lost their place in this land. When magic provides all to everyone, why would anyone believe in the gods? And that has been her message, that it's time to bring back the gods, the center and front of the city, bringing the simmering tension that you cannot help but feel as you make your way towards the precinct. You pass by the grand opening central square with the celebration, the decorations in here. The tables are beginning to get laid out for tonight's feast. The magical essence of Elmara interwoven through all of this. And eventually you arrive at the precinct. And there, waiting in your office are Aes, Ray, Crane, and I forgot somebody, and Audrey. And as you walk in, your secretary at work. Ponsoris, we have been awaiting for your arrival. You seem to have suspects or people to interrogate. Shall I bring the pliers?
No, we don't. I told you we didn't need them last time. We don't need them anymore. I don't use the pliers. I don't need them.
Hot poker.
Well, everybody has drank crazy people juice this morning.
Do we hear this?
Ray is helpfully turning her hand into each of the devices that.
Ray, you don't have to do that, Ray. Thank you.
Are you sure you didn't have to summon me here if you wanted to put handcuffs on me and hit me with a hot poker? You could have just called. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, Audrey. I actually didn't call you guys here, but we should talk. And then he's gonna look to his assistant, sort of like waiting for them to leave.
Oh, your assistant, Jameson, is notoriously just cannot read the situation. He is completely. He's standing there.
Hey, Jameson.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a new pastry shop like 8 or 9 blocks away. They got some lemon scones I was eyeing on the way. Could you pick me up a couple boxes of those, please?
Sir, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, your sweetness, sir.
Just call me the sergeant at arms. Call me Ponsoris. I'm done. I don't want to be called the sweetness anymore. Please.
Yes, but that is your official title, sweetness.
Jameson, man, I like you, kid. You're a good guy. You do the work well. I'm asking you. Just go get the lemon tarts.
Yes, your sweetness. And with this, he will excuse himself, leave the room, close it behind him, gives you all a dirty look, and then gets out.
My sweetness?
I think we should get all down with the sweetness.
It's from my title before I moved to the material more permanently. We need to talk. I'm not.
We're waiting.
Ace, I am so sorry to have pulled you away from absolutely anything. The last thing I want to do is have you here, but I got this morning, and he's gonna hold up the piece of paper that's about the same size as him. I don't know if y'all know Crane, Musafar. I got it in my notes. Let me just see my notes. Musafar, the firebrand, died the other time.
Oh no, you guys close?
No.
You see, Crane has been slowly edging around the room to stand side by side with Ponsoris, like arms crossed as if they're on the same side. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the event was sort of happened in correlation with this feller becoming, a feller. This is Crane.
Ray's eyes get kind of wide, and her pupils are gonna as she looks, as she beholds this origami man.
I'm sorry, did I fish you out of a trash can at some point in time?
I mean, probably. I don't believe so, but possibly. My name is Crane.
As he's talking, you guys can
detective.
see. You can see that his body, which is made of paper, is filling it. You can hear the of quill on paper writing, and some pieces of the sentences that he's saying is sort of like.
You can actually hear before Ponsoris entered, probably, or just in the background, you can kind of hear his inner monologue, which is just the city is a stream of lights, and like a stream, and I'm the boatman, but I also swim in the river. I'm kind of and I always get my toll. I'm a toll man, and sorry.
You're a strange fella, aren't you?
I have a question. If you are the
Yes.
boatman and you get wet, do you get
Yes.
damaged?
Well, ooh,
When I get wet, I
Okay,
get damaged. Like that.
I'll have to do some rewrites. That's fine. That's okay. Thank you for the notes. I will incorporate them into my next draft.
You are most
Um,
welcome.
Not a problem. Yes. Muzaffar, it was my dad. Sorry, master. He made me. I was one of those accidents.
Ah, a creator.
Like Ponsoris says he wished he was one. Didn't you say that?
That was I
Is
had
this true,
I had like
Ponsoris?
16 candy canes. I was deep. We don't need to repeat everything we hear.
Okay, sorry. I just
Bunty, have you been saying your affirmations?
I've been trying to get around it. Listen, none of this is important. None of this is important right now. What's important right now is that I have been on this case for a couple days now. And to be fair, I have done very little with it. Mostly I've been busy with street stuff a little bit, you know. And well,
we've been busy with street stuff.
So we get pulled into this for what reason?
well,
Why
you
was
see,
I arrested and accused of murder?
I do not know. And that is why this is quite important, because I do not know why any of you are here. This letter was thrust upon my doorstep this morning that the wardens came by and picked up a bunch of suspects, and it was y'all. So I think, first of all, I don't know who wrote this letter, where this came from. So that's something that is worth thinking about. But I have not been to the crime scene yet. I haven't been able to see it.
I have.
Well, yes, we know Crane. And I was
What is it written on you or something?
No, I was there when I
Wait,
was a
wait.
book.
You were.
There it is. Okay, I knew there was something. Are you
Did
okay?
you see the killer?
No,
with your
I was a book
eyes.
then. I was a book then, so
Wait.
didn't have
you were,
eyes.
You were a book, but now you're a person?
Yeah. Yeah,
But you
see?
had a
You put it
spine.
together real quick.
Are you? That's really
No,
good.
well, I don't really. It's more like it's just folded up paper.
Were you a person book before? Were you a talking book? Like, did you like, hello? Like this?
No.
Oh.
He's a bit of a conundrum. We're not
Yeah.
exactly sure what he is.
I'm gonna
Ponsoris,
ask. You can make a Arcana or religion if anybody's trained. You guys can do that. Also, all of you, without even rolling anything, you see on the desk of Ponsoris, his title is like, you know, the plaque, like a chief plaque. It's forever long. His title is like infinitely long. 1 and 2, he has powdered sugar on like his lip, on his jacket. And he, you know, it's just Ponsoris things.
Ooh, I got a 23 Arcana.
You are
And I am proficient in Arcana because
you
I
are
had
intimately
robot eyes.
familiar from having been in the tower, and you could feel free to share this or not, but you're aware of spells that literally bring things to life. In fact, that might be relevant to you, but you're aware of spells such as True Polymorph that would take an item and turn it from one thing to another. It might be that whatever happened the night that his master, Muzaffar, died, the outcome was the making of Crane.
I feel like Ray would internalize. She's like kind of scoping him out because she's so fascinated to see a seemingly sentient non-organic, and she has yet to meet one. But she's not going to interrupt. She's just, her eyes are fixated, and she's hoping that she will have an opportunity to corner him later.
You see Crane leads over to Ponsoris and is like, "They're playing hardball. Should we put the screws to them?"
They're not playing
put the
hardball.
what to
They're
us?
confused. They're confused because I'm confused, because we're all confused, because I know each person in this room. You guys didn't have any connection to Moose. This doesn't make any.
Ponsoris, what are the screws?
I have screws, and her face at the corners are going to unscrew, and this whole part of her face is going to flip up and open, and it's just like robot bits, like everything, 2 giant eyeballs and like a set of teeth, and just
She already
bits.
had the screws put to her.
Oh wow.
And then it comes back together. I apologize. That was sudden and
Behind the door, you can
Spontaneous.
see that this office has like glass windows, and you hear somebody outside when you do this go, ah! Ah!
that's I think when she closes it. Like I
Yeah.
did not mean to cause fear. I forget that is unsettling.
Dear, don't be showing your nuts and bolts this early in a meeting.
That is great advice, AS. I will log that in my memory core.
Mm.
So
Ray's
I
very
wasn't-
embarrassed now.
I wasn't arrested. I was summoned here, but not by you, mon petit chou.
No, not by me. Although it is good to see you again. I wish it was under better circumstances. But no, I don't know. I don't know what is happening. And I think that maybe the thing to do, and Audrey, now that you're here, I think also we could get your eyes on this, is I think we go to the crime scene. I trust y'all more than I trust half the folks in this city. I feel like it might behoove us to try to figure out why all of you just got put on my list of suspects when I know that none of y'all could be a suspect.
Wait. Does this make me your deputy or something?
Wait,
Hey.
no, you can't just assign yourself that. There are plenty of us in this room that could be deputies.
We can all
I
be
would-
deputies. It's okay.
We're partners, so that's like a better than deputy, some would say.
I didn't know you were dating.
Yeah, we go on
Ponsi.
dates.
You go on
We went
dates?
out to breakfast once, and it wasn't a date.
Congratulations, Ponsoris. I am so happy for you.
Okay.
Me
Oh,
too.
mon petit chou. Okay, this is fun. This is fun. Okay.
Well, it might be fun if y'all get off this murder suspect list, but in the meantime, I think we should put the pleasantries aside for a moment and perhaps try to figure out what the heck's going on.
Of course. Anything for you, my friend.
With that, you, I guess, decide to make your way towards the quote-unquote crime scene?
Towards the crime scene.
All right, we cut to a montage of you getting up and going through the crime scene, interrupted every once in a while by your pocket imp, who has a time, and upon mentioning that you go on dates, you see that a moment he pops up beside you and goes, should I add a date with Crane for tonight, tomorrow morning? Is there a preferred time for a date? It's not in your calendar at the moment.
No, that's fine.
Should I make reservations?
No, it was the manner of speech. I didn't even know you could talk until like moments ago. So
The
because
happy
everything in the quarter seasons talk.
the Happy Tree Ant always is a highly sought after restaurant. As it walks around, there's a whole house.
I'm just gonna close the clock.
Okay. I'll put you for 2 for tomorrow. And with this, you make your way. You cut across the city, and you feel the weight of eyes on you. Not all of you. Mostly Ray, as you're making your way, cutting through the city, passing in front of the large various quarters. The many
I pretend
eyes.
like I don't notice.
All of you, fair enough. The devoted disciples wearing their telltale sign, the robes of silver and black, often will be walking. You can hear them shouting across the streets, criers early in the morning. The gods deserve to be at the forefront of your lives. We would not be here if not for the Creator. It is through the mercy of our gods that we can have a present and a future, not machines, not magic. The gods, faith shall guide. And as soon as you see that, you hear them. Abomination, aberration, monstrosity, it must be turned off. That is everything we aspire not to be. Do not look to this disaster of a future. That is what awaits us all, to stop being mortal and to become these machines. And they say it like a curse. They are not quiet about it. Very few people say anything, but they're all staring at you and sort of yelling. Do you choose to do anything about it?
She doesn't look at them. She just, her little pupils kind of fall a little bit and her head falls. Ponsoris, can we walk faster, please?
Yeah.
No. And you'll see Aes kind of pause for a second, putting a very gentle paw, like almost on your wrist for a hot second. You have no reason to drop your eyes, darling. And she'll look across at that yelling ground, just very steady, kind of giving a very toothy smile. Is there something you want to say?
That is a machine! That is an abomination, and you are walking with an abomination. You are doomed. You have
Your
damned us.
mother's an abomination. Go back. I've seen trash that's cleaner than you.
I need you to make an intimidation check, please.
Sure.
As she says that, I pipe up also on the side and I said, "Who is the machine? This brilliant engineer and piece of work here? Or you, one that seems to have one repeating idea over and over and yet again and can't seem to justify them? Who is the real machine?" I don't know if they recognize me or know me.
I was about to say one of the members. Well, let's see first what AS gets in intimidation.
18.
All right. Ooh, 9.
Ooh.
9.
Ooh, like, how
just
fierce
9.
are these groups?
No, 19. You see some of the crowds begins to split, and they leave, looking at you. My mother's not an abomination. I mean, her cooking kind of sucks, but Jesus. One of the leaders of the devoted disciples will come up, and Audrey will look at you, and they will look pointedly at your chest. I think we both know that you should be quiet.
I think we both know. And I just kind of like hesitate. You don't speak for the gods. You might think you do. But the gods live in all of us. All of us. And I just walk away.
Okay. And the crowds sort of disperse. You can hear them picking back up about like 200 feet, like two or three blocks down the road, beginning their cries again, but leaving you generally alone. As you guys
Ray would like to say a quick thing to Audrey's as we disperse. May I ask you a question?
Of course.
When that man said you shouldn't speak, I noticed your cortisol levels raising. What did they mean?
Let's just say that whenever you feel like you are not totally alive or a being, just know that you are just as much of a person alive than I am. Okay?
She'll face you. She has a very blank expression, and then her eyebrows, which are like their own plates, are going to go like this, and she's going to go and then go back to normal, and then she'll just walk.
I like you.
I like you too. You have a nice soul.
Eventually, you arrive in front of the Tower of Prophecy. This is a tower that spans a mile high. It has warped the very cobblestones here, as it has over the years sunk and sunk and sunk. The weight of the oracle device that has sunk in the foundations to bring the tower's base at the lowest point in the city, and yet it cuts through the air and the skies like a majestic tower to some and a finger defying the very gods themselves to the others. It is broken down into countless levels, and inside of it, the Lyceum. Here is where the wizards, the Artificers Guild, and other entities that study magic, have mastered magic, all sit within. Muzaffar's study, his library, was its own pocket dimension in this place. And they know to expect you, Ponsoris. You have full access to the crime scene. You're granted permission to go in, but only specifically to that level. Other levels have closely guarded, blueprints and secrets. You are allowed into the elevator as you make your way up to the 27th floor. There you are brought in front of a simple doorway and the shimmering light that leads you to its own pocket dimension library. As you push forward, accompanied by the suspects, or at least the people of interest, a large, enormous, infinite almost library of books, shelves that go up into its own small tower. The ground floor is rife with trees and plant life, probably some kind of study that Muzaffar was doing, and further up levels. It doesn't take long as you walk across this well-populated bookshelves and that you arrive at the scene of the crime. You see that it has not seemingly been disturbed. The remnants of a human, ash on the ground, a robe that has been torn, part of his staff still scattered to the ground, and that is all that immediately presents itself to you. What is it that you would like to do?
You hear, as Crane walks in, you hear that background. It doesn't even come from his mouth. It just kind of like, you see it written on him. But he's like, this is where all the threads lead. In a great tangled knot, like a ball of string that's been tangled into a knot. Are you speaking? I can't. Are you mute?
Oh, yeah, sorry. As you say that, I mute myself so I don't like breathe heavy into the microphone when it's not my turn. This projection comes out of Ray's eyes that's going to overlay you and make you look like sepia with some with some lines.
You see, as he's
it sounds
speaking,
like
this-
the old carousel sound. It's sort of
Yeah.
that
Oh,
noise
yeah.
is like kicking in. I love it.
I'm just.
And as he speaks, he like literally, like, you see shadow stuff kind of like coalesce into a pipe in his hand, and he's like, and I'm the untangler. My job is to untangle things, but like crimes. And then he blows on his pipe and bubbles come out.
All right, Untangler.
What?
Nobody-
You could hear that? I didn't know you could hear that. I'm sorry.
No, you don't gotta be sorry. There wasn't nothing wrong with what you were saying. You know,
It was
you-
inspiring.
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It was a vibe.
Thank you. I'm kind of I guess I'm a hobbyist. But this is my old house. Well, this is kind of like the neighborhood, really. I can show you my house.
What do you
Well,
mean by house? Wait, is it like a shelf?
Yeah. He walks over to the bookshelf, and you see there's a spot missing. And you see, like, it's kind of like, it's like right next to the bed. It's like a bookshelf, and there's like piled up next to where clearly the spot where Crane used to be. There's just dog-eared like crime novels and like detective stories.
Seems like a really little cozy place. I assume
Yeah.
these are your neighbors. Can I pick up
Yeah,
one of
they're my
the
friends.
books?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I should have asked for permission then first. And I'm
Oh,
gonna
no, they
quickly set
don't
it back
mind.
down. They
That's
don't.
what they're for.
Does it?
Are they sentient like you?
No.
Will they gain sentience? When will they gain sentience? Sorry, will Wigs?
Anything is possible, I guess.
When you the book that you pick up is
Mhm.
titled "Whispers in the Warlock's Wardrobe." This is a book about it's like a detective novel meets sort of like a Harlequin book.
Got it.
And
I
the
was curious by that
yeah,
name.
and the cover is like this necromancer or this warlock, and across from him a incubus with like his shirt kind of cut low. You can see abs for days, and it's sort of like this very sultry looking at each other book.
Oh, I've
Ray's scanning
I've
it for
read
later.
that one. Ray, you should check it out. It's quite inspired.
Yes.
Is it
were the
A good
neighbors noisy?
representation of relationships.
No, it's not, Ray. It's
Yes, it does. It has sexual content in it.
yes, but it's guys, Ray is wonderful. Ray is very important to me, and also is still figuring a lot of stuff out. I think that maybe we start with something a little bit more like YA, maybe a little bit of YA love.
The book immediately beside it, Ponsoris, that you see is called Mysterious Monk Midnight Moves, which is the story of a monk who is equally sexy at night, but, during the day solves mysteries as well.
He has
What
druid
about
craft, just
that
some
one?
leaves blow up in the way. literally.
No. I would like that one as well, please. You see A is like starting to pocket a variety
But
of these
don't
for her own
touch
reading later.
too much just yet. Okay.
I have
Yeah.
a list, you guys.
That one is a little
I have a
tamer.
list.
That one is a little tamer.
Can you get that to me later? Don't
more
worry,
of an
Ray.
intro.
I'll tear out the pages of the best parts for you.
There's Draconic Desires is beside it as well. The Paladin's Passionate Pursuits.
That one's good.
Ponsoris.
Oh,
There
the
are
twist in
so
that
many
is very
books
good.
on relationships.
Muzafar must have been, a wizard in many rights. We'll leave it at that.
Excellent taste.
Crane, you lived here for some time, right?
Yeah, my whole life.
Most of your life, yeah.
Well, I guess I was a bit where I was a tree,
Yeah.
but I don't remember that.
Well, no, most people don't remember when they were a tree.
True.
Is there anything other than, well, and he sort of like gestures to the pile of ash. Is there anything else that seems like out of sorts than normal, other than the obvious? Turn on that, that vivacious detective inside you and put your peepers around a little bit.
You see him. His hat gets a little like his head forms into a little like detective like fedora. He points out the door has shown signs of forceful entry, broken wards, and shattered protective glyphs indicating a magical intrusion. Splinters from the wooden door lie scattered on the polished marble floor. There's the remnants of a protective circle in the middle of the ground. Blue chalk, now kind of like smeared, interrupted, suggesting that something came from within it, outwards. Multiple scorch marks radiating outwards, showing the epicenter of a potent magical explosion.
As you
Not
guys are in
far
here
from
and
the
having this conversation, you hear the door. There's a loud knock. You know, Crane, for a fact, nobody can come in here unless they know the password to this place. And somebody's knocking at the door, and you can hear a voice. Who? And it's an interdimensional, right? Like it's bigger on the inside than it is outside, right? It's a demi-plane, but you can hear somebody knocking. Who gave them permission to enter this space? It is strictly forbidden to anyone. This is a crime scene. Let me in at once.
Do we recognize the voice?
You have no idea.
A immediately goes to stand in front of the door.
We're with the city. It's fine. Sergeant at Arms, sent on behalf of the wardens.
I demand to be let in. The devoted disciples have every right to be here when a great leader has been slain, to ensure that nobody is mucking around with the crime scene, and to ensure that I, High Priestess, will equally remain safe. Let me in at once. I'm meant to be the neutral arbiter. The neutral observer.
Ray's gonna just quickly walk into a wardrobe and just like stand with the clothes around her face into the wardrobe to try to stay out of sight. As soon as she hears devoted, she could
We'll recognize the voice.
You do. This is somebody that is Sheila is her name, and she is one of the members of the devoted disciples. She is claiming to be assigned, and you can read voice, you can hear tone. If she's lying, she's doing a great job. She seems to really believe that she is meant to be the neutral observer here, that nobody should be in here without her presence.
I turn to Ponsi and I'm like, is this true? Can the devoted... I wasn't really... can the devoted just come in?
No one can get in unless they know the password.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, Audrey, I'm not sure, but I know you're a better eye for lie. You got a better eye for lying than I do. What?
They think they should come in. I'm just saying, if by law you think they have no authority here, let's keep them out.
We don't need to follow what's by law every second. It might be helpful. I think maybe we just keep an eye, make sure she doesn't do anything too twitchy. Doesn't try to grab anything.
You actually want me to open the door then?
I mean,
you hear a thud, a nervous thud in the wardrobe.
Is it foolish? Should we just let them keep slamming on the door?
Either way, we're gonna have a pounding headache. I'm not sure. It's up to you.
I say let him in and just keep him at distance.
I cast disguise self. I turn myself into a regular guard,
You got it.
like someone that would work for Ponzi.
Okay.
I opened the door just a sliver,
They
trying to eye. Yeah.
They just immediately push in.
Okay.
All right. What have you touched? What have you done? I meant to
Nothing.
write everything down. Nobody's been unacceptable. They will hear of this. And she pulls out. You see this sort of tight bun, like a Leia, sort of Princess Leia kind of buns on her head. She has this scar that runs down the side of her face, the one across her mouth. She has on her necklace. So the devoted disciples represent like many branches of religion. Whatever one she is worshiping has a necklace that ends in a severed tongue that is kind of hooked there. And she is walking around taking notes and looking around immediately, like sort of a homeowners association Karen, kind of like taking down every little detail, relevant or not.
Would I know?
hate her.
Would I know from what following, like what god she follows?
Yeah, just you instantly recognize the symbol. This is the god of secrets. He takes away the eyes, the tongues, the capacity to see, hear, or speak, to ensure that the secrets are always maintained. The god of secrecy, and thieves and rogues typically worship, but there are always priests and priestesses.
Oh, they sound like a lot of fun.
That's why she's been assigned, you figure, because this is meant to be a secretive endeavor, and therefore she can be trusted to never leak any information because it's part of their dogma.
I say in Sylvan to Ponzi, just remember that this person is going to have all the information on what's happening in this room. I know they won't leak secrets because they do follow the god of secrecy, but let's keep that in mind in case this becomes a thing.
If I spot anything that seems like we should keep it to ourselves, I'll say it in Sylvan.
Can you speak common? I don't understand this whisper of farting of the wind, please. Thank you.
Oh yes, I am so sorry. We were just speaking our native tongue. Yes.
Well, here in Elmara, we speak common.
Hey.
Actually, that's incorrect. In Elmara, there are over 42 languages being spoken and more than a dozen dialects.
Perhaps you should read a book. There are some here. And I grab one of the smut books and I hand it to.
No, that one is also mine.
Very good.
That was a good one, Crane. Nice.
Thank you. I do have a lot of facts.
All right, so what are you touching? What are you doing? What's happened here? Why have we figured this out? We need to make sure that tonight and tomorrow goes by flawlessly, and that the High Priestess will be safe, and if they're going after high-profile entities like Muzaffar, they might go after her. So what have you found so far?
Well, we just got here, so cool your
Ta-da.
britches.
You cool your bridges.
Do we know what kind of project Muzaffar was working on with this here magic circle?
Crane, make an intelligence check.
Straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Oops. 7.
The only thing that you don't know why he would have drawn this exactly. You don't recognize the spell, but you do know what he was working on. In fact, you know the question that he intended to ask. And so that's what comes to mind.
Is there anything? Do you want me to? I can't speak in. Do you want me to just tell you, Ponzi, or?
Well, because we're trying to be. Yeah, let's look at this bookshelf over here for a second. I'll just try to walk in earshot of the whispered one. What's coming to mind?
So, Muzaffar, he wanted, he wanted to know. I mean, he wanted to ask. The question. He wanted to ask why magic was failing. Why magic was decaying.
All right, that's good to know. Thank you.
Because did you know? Okay, we can't talk about it here, partner, but later.
As you guys are standing here, whoever has a passive perception of 12 or better, I need you to make an active perception check, please.
I think we're pretty perceptive.
I'm in the
too.
closet. Do I also make this?
No, sadly, you do not.
Okay.
The closet's very nice, Ray. It's very comfortable. I mean,
I'm just kind of like vibing against the different stuff in there, but I'm also just facing towards the back of it.
Okay.
Just
24.
Nice.
29.
Okay, calm down. You watch as Sheila looks around. She opens the closet where Ray is. She is a druid. She is highly perceptive. And she nods to herself. This is unacceptable. And she turns around and leaves with a 29. You notice her hands as she, in the midst of talking, she has this ability. Sorry, she's not a druid. She's a cleric. I apologize. She has the ability to use the tongue around her neck, Audrey's, to speak in two voices at once. She speaks with her normal voice to say this is unacceptable, but with her second tongue, she will cast the spell. With a 29, you see for a brief moment as she moves her hand and looks up above in the corner of the room. There's nothing there. You see nothing. But there's a slight shimmer. Muzaffar is a high, incredibly powerful wizard. Very capable. And you know of spells, like scrying spells. There are not one, not two, but 3 scrying eyes in this room. One of them, whatever she casts at it, has a slight shimmer and shift to it, and you hear and feel the sound of divine energy. Just for a split moment, Sheila will excuse herself and begin making her way out of the chamber.
In Sylvan, I say, there are eyes on the room. A couple scry spells up in the corner. Whatever she said, when she said this is unacceptable, was it a little bit of a feint for these spells here to make us think that, oh, she's gone?
She said it loud and clear to cover her actual spell casting with her second tongue. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Amazing. Yeah. Anything we do here, I say in Sylvan. And does she leave?
She leaves. She's I'm unbelievable. It's not okay for it to be here. This has been a point of contention. We do not know that it's safe. And she's beginning to walk out of the room. And with a
I feel like I would fall into the back of the wardrobe on purposely.
Yeah.
When she's gone, I switch to common, but I'm in my disguised self. I'm not letting my illusion's lips move.
Okay.
So I'm speaking behind a face that's just like this. And I say, perhaps we should take an eye of the scene and get out of here. Because anything we discover will be discovered by them. And
Well, I can make them not see if you'd like.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Where was it?
I point in the corner. I'm gonna cast Druid. I'm gonna pull my hand through like my chest, and you see a little constellation, a small one. I just glow on myself. I point up, and little starlight glimmers around the area as I just do a little druid craft and like summon a little bit of like firelight.
Okay.
You see Crane draw the only thing that's not paper on him from under his jacket is this little curved piece of wood that he holds like a revolver from his detective novels. And you hear like a as he casts Dispel Magic.
As you cast the spell magic, the 2 scrying eyes dissipate. You see them like a fountain of sparks and fairy fire kind of seep out unmade. You feel and hear the door to this place impossibly or strangely locks. And the second you cast this spell magic, Ayas,
Yes.
as you're looking around, you're used to looking in the darkened shadows and dirt of places, because that's where dirt and spider webs accumulate.
Mm-hmm.
You see with a 24 a form deeper than the black of the shadows, like Vanta black. Like the opposite of white is not black. This is just the absence of color taken form, and is slowly and purposefully making its way towards Crane.
She immediately like hunkers down, and you see like the fur on the back of her neck go straight up. Her tail stiffens like the broom itself. Crane, don't move. And you'll see her little claws pop
Why?
out. I was already.
I need you, Crane, with advantage to
Dare
roll
you do-
a dexterity check, please. Amazing. Well, actually, I can click it here.
No way.
Okay, that was really good.
That was
killed
very
me.
nice. That was very nice.
What'd you get?
Did you make those pre-stream, or are you just scratching those out right now? Like, I need
I made
this
him like
emotion.
during.
Nice.
What were we actually rolling for?
Initiative.
Sorry.
For you, initiative.
Oh no. That is a 12.
12 with advantage because you got the warning from Ayas.
19.
Nice. Okay. As Ayas calls out to Ayas, you see from the shadows itself a cowled figure manifests itself, folding light around it to project this deepened shadow. You can see right through it. But Ayas, Crane is too slow with your warning as an enormous blackened scythe manifests itself and comes swinging at the back of you. Crane does an 18 hit.
An 18 would hit. Do I have the ability to make a reaction?
You do?
I am going to. You see Crane just simply turns to the side like a piece of paper, and is suddenly 2D as he stripped, and the scythe slides past him.
Using your turn
closing attack
sideways
miss.
feature, the attack automatically misses. With this, all of you see this creature appears clad in shadows and darkness. It's like the Family Guy skit where like she turns sideways and disappears in between the slats of the floorboard. That's kind of what he just did. I'm going to ask all of you to please roll initiative.
Okay,
Oh yeah. That was so cool.
pretty good.
And then before we get into the thick of things, can we do a quick potty drink refresh?
Yes, we
if
can.
This is going to be a combat.
100%.
Perfect.
Mine's a 14. I'll be right back.
Okay, let me get this.
20.
20 for Ray, 14 for Audrey's.
I'll be right
That one.
Not okay. Nice.
That one. Dang. Hey,
But it's
come
golf, it's
on,
golf.
I need my
We're trying to
quick
get low.
girl up
Pop-
here.
I'm just frozen. Like I'm an absolute scaredy cat at this moment. I can recognize danger. I don't jump in it.
You puff up.
Ponsoris, what'd you get?
I got a 23.
Oh, word.
I'm ready for action.
And Crane.
I got. Do I keep my one from 19?
This
Last
one, it
time?
was 19, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 22, so the top of the round will be Ponsoris, followed by this creature, followed by Ray, Crane, Odris, and Ayas. If you guys need to take a quick 2-minute pee-pee break, go ahead. I'm going to keep chat entertained for a minute. You guys can just hang out here. I don't need a break. I'm a machine.
I'm pretty good. I'm good for now.
I mean, if a pee break is happening,
Yeah, go
Okay,
for it.
I'll find peer pressure then. I'll take the peer pressure.
I'm going to
I'll
hang out.
accept it.
I'm going to hang out with you guys.
My antennae off.
Thank you for using the Prime sub, Daddy Quiznos. I just wanted to say thank you for the gifted subs. You guys are like incredibly kind, Mighty Pepe and others who have come by. Like, I hope you guys are having fun. I really like all their characters. It's been fun writing for them and sort of cooking up this adventure. And I'm enjoying it. It's nice to have a homebrewed adventure where I don't have to follow some narrative out of a book and I could just kind of do what I want. So, good. Neat. Thank you. And they're great players. They're great players, so it's fun to just kind of lean into it and let them do their thing. Matt's back. Yay.
Hey.
Yay. And so we're about to jump into combat. Level 11 combat. We're going to see how spicy things get.
I'm excited. Oh, this is great.
The chair is still killing you. Thanks, Evil Dua. Thanks, Kip. Yeah, listen, it's a 4-part mini-series, and then we'll see, or maybe more, maybe less. I'm hoping that we're going to be bang on with 4 parts to get to the bottom of this situation.
At least more, no less.
That's it. It's 2. You guys are about to TPK. It's just 1. Actually, it was a 1 shot, and that's it. It's done.
All right.
There we go. We got 3, and we're going to give everybody a chance to come back. Can I see the eyebrows again, please? That name person, yes, it'll end up on YouTube, and I'm sure that people will make clips if they want to and put it on their social media. I love it. But I still think that the chair is probably the best NPC so far.
That fucking chair.
Listen, it's on you. You told me I'm gonna be a grumpy pixie. You know what I have to give a grumpy pixie.
Listen, I enjoyed every moment of it.
No problem, person. I appreciate you guys being here, legitimately. It'll be Ponsoris first, so and then the creature, then Ray. So we'll give Scarlet another minute to get it back. So far so good. That's a cool reaction, by the way. Crane chat said.
It was very cool. It was the thing that GM Workshop gave me.
Ooh.
You know that guy?
I don't know. That guy's a loser. I don't like him. You know, we can. Ponsoris, do you know what you want to do?
It's no longer invisible, correct?
It is bathed in shadows. You don't see a clear outline of it. It almost like it's a blur between where it ends and like the darkness around it begins. But you can see it. It's no longer invisible.
I'm gonna sort of reach over and just sort of scrape the edge of my wing and scrape up a fine little handful of fairy dust. I'm gonna toss it at it, and I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay, it's a Wisdom saving throw, I think, Fairy Fire?
Dex save. 15.
Dex save. I don't know the rules of the game. 18?
No one does.
No, 15 is what it has to be. Not
Oh, okay, 16.
Oh, all right.
You watch as the what is your... Tell me about... Is it... Wait. What does your Fairy Fire look like? Is it just... Pixie? Is it like a pixie stick, like the candy? Is that what it is?
What I'm imagining is that I'm scooping up just like sort of like the way that a bee might have pollen stuck to it, or moths are kind of fuzzy. I'm like scooping off some of my fuzz and just sort of tossing it in the area.
Tinkerbell's fairy dust.
Can I use a reaction?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna trace. I'm gonna like open my robe and trace through my like just my stomach, and you see there are points everywhere in the tattoos, and by the way he traces, it makes different constellations. It's gonna light up, and I'm gonna use my Cosmic Omen Woe to subtract the d6 from that saving throw.
Oh,
Sick.
Nice.
Just a 1.
Is it canonical that Audrey has like just the best stomach when you're like
very like
ripped?
Yeah, just very lean but very ripped. Yeah.
Some people think that the cover of these smut magazines were based on him. What did you roll for the d6?
Just a 1.
Unfortunately, it still succeeds on its saving throw.
Okay.
Dang.
So that's your bonus action, I think, or is it your full action?
Oh, that was my full action.
Nice.
For my bonus action, I will... I don't think I have anything fun for my bonus action. I think that's my turn. I'm going to position myself in front of Ray.
Okay.
in front of me.
Yeah.
The creature goes, and Ray, you're up next. As you, so there's about 20 feet between you and the creature now, Ponsoris, and Ray's like in the closet. The creature will target Aegis Aes, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
All right. A 10.
You guys watch as these chains of shadows with the sound of clinking metal lash out and grab onto your wrists and your feet. You find yourself locking up in place as these chains of obligations find root in you. Your mind fights, but your body is no longer under your control. And as you move, it moves you 30 feet forward to face Audrey's. And as you stand there with broom in hand, it's going to lock you in place there for the time being. Ray, it's your turn.
Okay. When I walked out, I did not hear the description exactly what is attacking us. Is it a shadow monster, a gloomy thing?
Yeah, essentially.
With the
Well,
scythe?
yeah, essentially, yes. You're
okay.
seeing like shadows that are like fairly large, and they blur between the dark of it and the dark that sort of form the outside of it. It's very blurry, but it's physically there.
As I see it grabbing Aes and Ponsoris flying in front of me, because he's tiny, right?
Oh yeah.
He can't get in my way, right?
No, he's just trying to be. He's just trying to be. Grandpa.
Okay. She's gonna say, Ponsoris, don't look, and she's gonna shield him with her hand, while her other hand turns into like a great weapon, but it's very mechanical looking, and she is gonna make a reckless attack.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Which is with advantage. I want a nat 20, please. Oh, that's a nat 1. Okay, 15. No. That was the other one. That's a 15 plus what is my to hit bonus?
Probably pretty big at level
Plus
11.
8. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 15 plus 8.
You guys watch as the hand of Ray sort of takes on this liquid visage as it turns into a great, was it battle axe that you turned it into?
We'll say that for now, but I'm workshopping it.
Sure, perfect. You swing, it catches this creature and roll damage. As it catches it right in the shoulder,
It has a +1, so it's even higher than that.
The shadow solidifies for a moment, and what looked like an enormous shadow now looks like a black feathered wing that extends. And for a brief moment, the darkness breaks, and you can see a halo sitting atop of somebody's brow.
A halo. Okay. Halo. The damage. You can see my halo. Oh wait, sorry. Okay, it's gonna be a D10. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 slashing damage.
All right. Aes,
And then
the strike lands in its shoulder. You watch as the chains that run to you transfer the damage to you. Aes, you suffer 13 points of damage, please.
All of it?
All of it.
Okay. Oh my god. Aes. Am I smart enough to know this? Because I'm about to go for a second blow.
Right now, it just looks like you hit the thing. You hear the chains clink. Make a perception check.
Okay. Aes, I'm so sorry.
Oh, do what you need to do.
I got a 6.
You have no clue what's happening. You hear your friend grunt, or your acquaintance grunt, but it looks like you hit it.
Do those chains look tangible?
They sure do.
Can I direct my... Ooh, if I direct my second attack on the chains, am I going to hurt Aes?
I don't know.
Aes, how tough are you?
Go for it. I'm feeling brave.
I believe in you. Ponsoris, don't look. I'm going to make my second attack. That'll be 16 plus... I think it's actually
8.
9. 9 because it's a plus 1 weapon.
Absolutely. So you hit the chains, roll damage.
I hope I don't kill you. 7 plus 6.
13.
Mm-hmm.
One of the 2 chains breaks, and you watch as the creature kind of pulls back. Aes, you take no damage. The creature takes no damage, but one of the 2 chains is now broken.
She's gonna look at you. Her eyebrows are gonna copy what she saw Crane do and go gook, and she's gonna go, and that's her turn.
You did good, Ray. Help me.
Crane, you're up, and you watch as one of the two chains is broken. You have, with your ability to sort of like taste magic in the air, you don't see a shadow. You see what this thing is.
Yeah. What do I know about this?
Make a religion check.
The one thing I didn't take. Is it a natural one? Do anything for me?
It's a feathery, large humanoid bird for sure.
Cool. Gosh darn. I mean, it's still a sit. I mean, whatever.
I love you. Like,
He's
maybe?
so smart, and I've been rolling so low. Okay. So there is a chain left. It seems like. Okay. First of all, Crane is going to open his hand, and you see that within it, sliding out, is a little origami crane. It flutters out and flutters around Aeus, and is going to give you advantage on your next attacker. It's going to give you the help action.
Nice.
And then he is going to... you see him toss out his, flicks his pipe away, and as it just kind of transforms back into that, shadow magic, and as it does, it streaks up to the roof, and I want to turn it into a essentially like a guillotine blade, and have it drop on the chain.
Okay.
Cool.
Aeus is like,
What?
Please don't miss.
Drop on Aeus.
Nice.
Heel turn.
So this is what did you cast?
So this is my I earlier cast creation.
Yeah.
To make the pipe. And now I am using my action
To transmute it.
To change it into from vegetable matter to adamant.
Is it an attack roll or is it a saving throw?
I mean, it doesn't specify. It means
Let's call it a saving throw, I guess.
Let's call it a saving throw.
yeah,
Natural-
that's what I say every time.
Natural 2.
Natural.
What spell is this?
What spell is this?
So
I say that every time.
as the
I
guillotine
can
comes
essentially
down,
transform this into different states of matter with it's my illusion feature, my 6th level illusionary feature, which is
Listen,
called
I'm no scaredy cat, but please don't miss.
malleable illusions. That's what it's called.
the other chain breaks, and you find yourself Aeus freed, and you watch as this creature that stumbles away. You watch these the chains break and turns back into shadows, being pulled back into this angelic figure. Are you done?
That's my turn.
Audrey, you're up.
Okay.
Angelic, huh?
Angelic figure. Would I recognize anything like that?
To you, it still looks like a shadow.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
The only reason Train can see it, he has an ability that that allows him to literally smell and recognize magic.
Amazing. Okay, so I'm going
Kill
to
the shadow. Kill the shadow.
Yeah, I reckon kill it.
my robe's gonna float open, and I'm gonna trace along my my chest onto my back and on to the back of my shoulder, and you see perched on my shoulder is this little star light fox. It appears.
Nice.
So I'm gonna use my parent, the constellation, and I'm gonna make an attack roll against it as part of that bonus action.
Go for it.
Just like in the Veiled Cleric.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Which is one of my
20.
favorite books.
As you watch a creature roll your damage. You watch a creature literally reels back. The magic that enshrouds it. I need to make a saving throw.
29.
20. Jesus,
Well,
bananas.
very high. Very high, yeah.
You watch the shadow that encompasses it, that surrounds it, is immediately scattered. You watch as this creature that I will now show on stream to everyone is revealed. A beautiful figure of a woman-like entity with angelic wings made of black feathers that look like akin to a raven or maybe a black dove. You see it's got a halo, this long crown that goes beside it. It is clearly of angelic or divine source or origin. She's got eyes as black as the night sky, and her face betrays no emotions. She's completely pale, and this is what she looks like.
Ray hates her. Not
Aeus
hates
may
her,
have fallen in love. I don't know.
Would I recognize this as some sort of like the imagery of any of the devoted in any way, shape, or form?
Thank you. Holy, huge raid from Lord Gasumba. Hi, guys, gals, non-binary pals. You recognize this. Absolutely you do. This is an angel, a Death Pact angel. These angels are summoned when somebody is owed something and they've come to collect. It is a particular of service to the angels or the devotees of secrecy. And who knows how she could have ended up here.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't
I'm
know.
sure
Nobody knows.
Sheila had nothing to do with it.
Did in the way that she like came into the space, did it look like we knew what she was trying to
Follow
collect?
me to the orifice.
She did go for Aeus first, right?
This creature?
Yeah.
Crane originally.
Crane originally.
Crane originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good, I'm sure.
I'm just gonna say loudly, let's protect our friend Crane here, and I'm going to cast a 3rd level bless on all of us as I'm going to basically just with the tip of this little sort of moon-like sickle that I have, hit one of the pressure points of my constellation, draw a little blood, and the blood's just gonna like splurt out into a thing of constellations, and you're all gonna have little crowns above your heads.
Amazing.
Little light crowns as you're all blessed.
All of you gain like sort of like the different constellations of various night sky, right? Like the Joker, the Giggler, the whatever. Perfect. And all of you now gain the benefit of bliss. Anything else that you're doing?
1d4?
Yeah.
Or no, 1d4. Okay.
No, that's my turn.
Aeus, you're up. You're freed from the shackle of this Death Pact angel coming to lock you in place and to collect. It stands there, stoic, enormous, unharmed. Oh, no, that's not true. It just took 29 damage. I'm a liar. It stands there, and you can see that there's a little bit. It doesn't bleed blood. It doesn't bleed its own blood. Starlight, literally starlight that's pulling out from the cut across this cheek where Audrey's hit her.
You gorgeous monster! And she'll go in with the broomstick. Using the stick in, not the soft little bristle part on this. Just a straight up attack.
Go for it.
Okay, it's a 10 on the first one.
That's a miss.
Okay, but we're going again.
You have bliss as well, right?
Yeah.
Not
You can
that,
add a D4 at all your attacks.
Yes. Will that get me that
no,
at the highest?
14 wouldn't be
14?
enough. No.
Yeah. That was a warning shot, and I'm gonna go in for a second one. Gosh, it's in that one. I'm just not.
Yes.
You're still bothered about that ceremony of graduation that you couldn't finish, you know?
Yeah, you just see Aeus yeet her broom across trying to hit, and it just on the other side just goes.
So you have a bonus action left, I think? Because you're at level 11. Attack.
Yeah, I was hoping to use, a bonus action that was tied to my action, but I didn't hit anything.
Sag.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to let actual Aeus's frustration take over. We're not going to do a bonus action. She's just angry and frustrated and embarrassed that she can't get her act together in front of all of these people right now.
You don't have a second attack?
That was it. She did it twice. Yeah.
Oh,
And
it
I-
was twice.
That
Sorry.
and then in that one. So.
Got it.
Sometimes, Aeus, your age creeps up on you in the worst kind of way.
I am young and spry still.
Ponsoris, you're...
There's one here by
I do not think you are geriatric, even if the others call you that.
Yeah.
Well, how many people call me geriatric?
Don't you have a bonus action?
Technically, by the bylaws of the city, you would fall under that category.
Ray would spout out a number that is extremely accurate because she has a computer brain.
This is not attack Aeus. Focus. Just...
Right. Sorry.
Aeus,
You're doing great, sweetheart.
Aeus
You're
gets
doing
10%
so good.
off, you know what I mean? Like everywhere she goes.
Running early bird special.
yeah.
Ponsoris, you're up. Top of the round.
All right, I'm gonna look to Audrey after hearing what they said. Look to Ray, just to be careful. And he's gonna fly up about 20 feet up into the air. take out his whispering wood longbow, which is, it almost looks like it's made of like ether. It sort of looks like it's made of glass and ether more than it looks like, and it's made of like wood or anything. And as he pulls the bow back, an arrow is going to form made of bramble with these tiny little citron style like oranges kind of starting to grow on alongst the thorns. And I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Strike.
Nice.
And I'm gonna fire a shot.
Are you activating the bow as well?
No.
No. Okay.
That's a 29 to hit.
Let me check my notes. Hang on. 29 AC. Yeah. Okay, it hits.
All right. Cool. So they have to make a strength saving
What
throw.
if the DM said no?
We run.
15.
15. Dang, they just make it, so they are
Nice.
not restrained. But they take 9 piercing damage and 3 psychic damage, and then I'm gonna mark them as my favored foe, and I'm gonna take another attack.
Go for it.
That's
Ellie.
that's a million.
Oh my
30.
god.
Million will hit too.
Million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have an extra. Yeah, I have an extra +2. I didn't think, but yeah, 30 to hit.
30 hits.
I'm doing more damage too. I have to do this math. 8 damage, and then another 3 damage from favored foe as like the arrow kind of bursts with these little bits of glitter, and you hear just like almost like a little bit like a as the arrow smashes into the
Nice.
the creature.
Like a clown. The arrow plants itself in her chest, and she goes to grab it before the second arrow comes and pierces through her hand, and it pins her hand to her chest. As you watch both arrows, she'll grab them both and rip them out. More blood, more divine starlight comes pooling out of it. She still hasn't made a single noise. Are you moving? Are you going to stay in the sky or in the
I'm gonna stay
flying?
I'm gonna stay flying for now.
Perfect. It is her turn. Yeah.
I just remembered if it's too far past the point, that's totally fine. But my familiar gave Aes advantage.
Go fishing
Gave
for
her
a
the help
crit.
action.
Oh, Ace, roll that again. Go
What
on
a
one or both
generous
attacks.
I forgot. Thank you. How's a dirty 20 or 19?
Yeah.
Dirty night. That'll hit.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, almost in a small moment, Ace looks like she could kiss you. She's gonna save you from that moment.
With her
but
little,
there's
does
a
she have
moment
these
of like,
kind of look?
yeah.
Kiss the bird.
Since I didn't use my bonus action earlier, can I use it now?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
All right, I'll attach
So
a flurry
kind,
of
so
blows on
kind.
You
there.
have a really nice GM. Holy shit.
Yeah. All right, 7 on that first one.
Okay.
Well, let me spin that key point so that way we get our flurry of blows in on this.
Let's
because I'm
go.
gonna need any option on this, and I get to take 2 unarmed strikes on top of it. Just need something. All right. Oh, I forgot to roll on that.
So wait,
button.
this is the same attack. This is the attack that lands, right?
Yeah, that
before you
attack
do-
lands.
As
oh,
you,
yeah.
you're the first one to hit it in melee. Congratulations.
Oh.
As you do so,
How does it go?
your hand. I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Absolutely.
How did you
That's. Yeah, and plus I need to make sure.
I'm so glad this is
I'm
happening
gonna keep
right
saying
before
it
my
'cause I'm
turn.
nervous.
Holy shit. Yeah.
It's not gonna go well, y'all. Let me roll this d4. Okay, it's an 11 total.
The DC's 13. You watch as you punch it. Your right. Which hand did you attack with? Or what-
Oh, it would have been my right.
Your hand is just gets sucked into the creature up to the elbow. Your right arm is restrained.
Are you kidding me?
I remember the first time this happened to
Why?
me. Oh no.
You can still do your bonus action flurry of blows if you like, but you are now
Yeah.
restrained.
Yeah, with my left hand. Let's do that. Let's do that. I think if I remember the rolls rightly, it was something like a 17 for the first one.
17 just misses.
Okay, all right. Second one on the flurry is a nat 20.
Let's go. You hear the
Finally.
crack, and finally, you hear the angel lets out an involuntary grunt.
This is kind of easier on that nat 20. Like, being stuck in. Ace actually uses that as leverage to hold them there, going in for like the left, just sucker punch straight up in there.
I'm not
right into
stuck
their
in here
chin.
with you. You're stuck in here with me, kind of
Yeah,
energy.
yeah. You're gonna regret this, you pretty little silverfish. All right, and that will be my turn.
How much damage?
4 on the 17, right?
Oh yeah, damage on that one.
Yeah. So the way I do crits is you take max damage and then you roll the dice again.
Oh, okay. All right. 1d6 plus 3
That's
is
cool.
9 plus an additional 4, 13.
Nice. Okay, you feel the rib of this creature cracks. There is musculature. There is skeletal nature to this thing, and as it spits a little bit of blood before the two arrows plant themselves into her. So Ponsoris is gone, so it's back to her turn now. Great. As you stand beside her, she will take the scythe that she has point blank, look at you, and try to go down across your chest. Let me roll it.
This is a bad spot.
Come on. I'm using Tailspire dice. 17 for a total of 26.
Yeah, that hits. Turns out.
Can
This is-
I use a reaction?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to use my hand, devil horn style, trace a constellation down my chin, flick it out, and I'm going to use silvery barbs.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that fucking spell.
Okay. All right.
That fucking spell.
The DM pain. 15 plus 9 is still 24, which I think will still hit.
Yeah, that still hits. That's still pretty brutal.
You
Ray can take
suffer.
advantage.
You suffer 27 points of necrotic damage. As the scythe catches you and rips downwards, you feel bone, sinew, muscle kind of get cut, blood instantly. Your robe, what color was your robe before you got soaked in blood, Aes?
It was a nice forest green, but am I looking like a Christmas tree right now?
You're looking like a beautiful canopy in autumn as the maple leaves are falling to the ground. You're a mix of green and red and gold. Audrey knows what I'm talking about. That's the first attack.
I'm fine.
Natural 1 will miss.
Why do you say natural like you're about to say 20? My heart.
He always does it.
Jesus.
With this, the first attack catches, blood splatters on the ground, and you watch as the blood courses up the scythe, goes into the body. She releases you with a sickening as you're freed, and you watch as some of her wounds will regenerate. She's looking around, and her eyes land specifically on you, Crane. She is looking at you. I need all of you who can see her, which is all of you, to make an insight check, please.
I'm so good at these. Just kidding.
I rolled a
got
6 for a 5.
2.
Nice. Perfect.
14.
11.
16.
Hey, 16. We did it.
With a natural 2, by the way.
She's looking.
Choose a 16. That's amazing.
And you have
My
bless.
best
Oh, yeah. Forgot.
It's not on skill checks, just abilities and saving throws.
Oh, okay. Fair
Right.
enough.
Oh, just
I don't remember. I don't know the rules.
Listen,
No one
pretty
does.
nice.
She is looking specifically at one of the pages of Crane. You don't know which one, but she's looking at something that is written on him, and her eyes are like looking directly at it, and she wants to get to him. That is the end of her turn. Next up is, I think, Ray.
Ray, I gave you advantage from my silver barbs.
Oh, I can you give someone else advantage? Because I'm gonna do a reckless attack.
Oh, sweet. Ace, you can take it then.
Excellent. Thanks.
If I
I didn't
hit.
want you to waste it.
Yeah, of course.
I am absolutely recklessly attacking. I have a question, DM.
Yeah.
Can I activate that one special homebrew?
Hell
thing?
yeah, you can. Describe it to me.
Shit. Okay. Let me think for a second. So, realizing that this is actually a dangerous situation and not just something petty, she is going to take her hand, and there's like kind of like a device gem kind of thing right in her chest, and she's just going to be like, stand back, everyone, and she's gonna push. It's like the button. Don't push the button. And she's gonna push the button, and it's gonna, her form is gonna be like almost blurry. As what is the name of this ability?
Overdrive.
She goes into overdrive.
Badass.
Hell yeah.
And so it's like, and she's going to so fast attack this thing.
Hell yeah.
Like she goes from touch and then suddenly she's like, so the first attack that she makes is going to be a 17 to hit.
Her AC is 18. That's just a miss.
You got a
Okay.
D4?
Yeah, because I'm using my Great Weapon Master, which I take a -5 to get a +10 to damage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a penalty because normally it would be a +9 to. So, but I'm going to activate that. I'm going to give it a try.
Did
I
you
get.
use a D4? Add a D4 to that attack.
Oh, I didn't.
So then that's a hit.
+3. Yeah,
So 18.
that's a hit.
That's definitely a hit.
Sorry, I'm so annoying. I'm gonna keep saying
No,
it.
it's
No,
perfect.
yeah.
Like
You just saved my life. Okay, so the first attack is going to do 20 damage.
Oof. Okay.
Slashing.
Nice.
Because
It bites into her chest, and you watch. She begins a chant in Celestial.
I don't speak Celestial.
I do.
Okay, I'll get to that in a second.
Because of this effect, I get 2 more attacks, right?
You have
Instead of
haste,
2, I
yeah,
get-
yeah. So it's
Yeah, I
attack,
don't
attack, and then you get
Perfect, okay.
an extra action that you can attack.
Excellent. Okay. Next attack is going to be a 21.
Absolutely hits.
So that's going to do another 20 damage.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry. 19, 21, 23 damage. Is she still chanting in Celestial?
She is. She's absolutely still chanting, but she is starting to look weaker and weaker. But she's so that's 21. You said, or 20? What did I hear?
Shit. I still have it here. 19, 10 plus 24. No,
24. Okay.
23. Sorry,
Okay.
Okay. Finally, third hit. This is all happening so fast that like if you blinked, you missed it. And she also looks like she's doing pirouettes at the same
Nice.
time. I think this final one definitely missed. 15. Nah, she got a 15 on the final one.
Okay. What she is chanting, Ponsoris. Let's see if you're close enough to pick it up. Make a perception check, and the DC is simply 10.
Oh, just barely. It's an 11.
Nice. All right, let me turn down the music for chat. This is what she is singing. This chorus or this in sort of like dull tones. Let there be silence. Let every mouth be sealed. In reverence to you, to whom all truths yield. Goddess of secrets, keeper of the unknown. Guide us through the shadows where mysteries are sown. And that's the first stanza of her prayer. All right. Anything else that you're doing, Ray?
No, you just see her do this and land. Her like legs are very ballerina-ish. She gets into like a really, really low stance that doesn't look natural or organic at all. And she just like her whole head swivels and turns around to face the group, and she awkwardly smiles and says, "Do your best, everyone."
Follow me to the
Excellent.
That's the end of her turn.
As she sort of delivers this monologue, with every blow, there's almost a break, but this is a well-rehearsed, and you can see the darkness around her begins to like glow. Who's up close? Ray, you're up close. Ayas, you're up close. You see this purple-black flames that begin to lick out of her injuries. Who's next in the initiative? Crane and Audrey, you're next.
I need her to make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Oh, that's not going to be
DC 18.
Natural 12 plus intelligence saving throw plus 9, 21. Suck it.
Every time you say natural, I go,
Well, that was rude of you.
I
to do
never
that.
roll well. I never roll well.
Plus 9?
Yeah, plus
to
9.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never mind.
How about that? And I have advantage on saving throws, actually. I just saw that and I forgot.
Boo.
The other one was a
man.
3, but I'm taking the better one.
You see Crane is writing seems to appear on his hands as he like reaches forward, and then it just like all like kind of like awkwardly stops. He's like, okay, that didn't work. And then his familiar is going to give Ponsoris advantage.
All right.
Ponsoris.
At the end of your turn, Crane, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, no.
You hear Ponsoris, you're there, you still rolled high enough. The second part of her song, or her chant.
Oh no.
Veil us in your wisdom so deep and profound, where whispered confessions are quiet and found. Guard the untold stories, the enigmas we seek. Bless our endeavors, make our spirits unique. And with this, she will point her hand. You see the blackness as she uses a legendary action on you. What did you get?
Like a really good natural one.
Nice. Is it like a hefty natural one, or is it like
It's like almost a 2, really.
basically.
Round up.
You watch as blackened and purple flames leap out of her, surround you. You find yourself gagged and bound for the time being under the hold person spell. And we said, Audrey, you're up.
Oh boy. AS, how you doing? Still doing okay?
Yeah, I'm halfway, so I'm fine.
Okay. Jeez.
It's
All
fine.
right.
I'm not too squishy, so it'll be okay.
I'm gonna cast a second level. No, I can't do that.
You're so
Oh.
close.
You know what? Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to walk by you, change the constellations on my body through my arm as you see the little fox turns into a cat, jumps on your chest, and you feel the warmth of a purring cat on your chest as I cast Cure Wounds on you. And my constellation changes to that of Halcyon. You're going to heal for 5, 24,
That's so precious.
39 points of healing.
Jesus!
For the
Oh
second
my
round.
goodness.
Cancel clerics, please.
Oh, this is the
39?
druid.
This is the druid. Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
like...
Yeah, it's 2d8 plus 9 because I have a level 11 life cleric, plus 2d8 plus 5 because I changed my constellation for a total of 39. And I'm going to run and stand right in front of Crane, arms open, and just like give it the bird.
You got it. You're level 1 now because it's too much healing. Okay, next up, Aeus, it's you.
But he
And
dies on the
Ponsoris, you're next.
You
All
have
right.
advantage, Ace.
Woohoo, you can-
Yes.
Everybody's cheering the old cat.
Finally, just kind of revved up at this moment. I'd like to just at the same time take both of those claws and just dig in to the torso of this being.
Nice. In your mind, I'm guessing it's dum 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 dum.
Sure.
All right, cool. Make your
All right.
attacks with advantage.
With the advantage on the first one, that is a 23 to hit.
That is definitely a hit.
Okay, perfect. Good. All right, second attack, then I'll roll some damage together. Second attack is a 26 to hit.
Woo!
Damn it. Yes, it hits.
What do you mean? Come on, don't.
Oh, Ray absolutely is playing the immigration song through her
Nice.
speakers.
Nice. It's not the immigrant song, it's the immigration song. It's the other one. It's perfect. Go ahead.
8
The
slashing
crit event, like,
damage
version.
and then 9 slashing damage, so that's 17. We'll do another key point
Mm-hmm.
to do a flurry of blows, and you just see like the effectiveness as those claws begin to really rake across, slicing and creating almost like deli meat effects.
Nice.
All right, the second one's not so good. 13.
Mm-mm.
Oh, and 14.
Also miss.
Okay, yeah, we were just kind of going for a wild slash and dash. That's it.
You watch as the angel on her, close to being unmade, bloodied, and injured, severely injured, her essence beginning to sort of get called back to the realm of the divine and the celestials, continues her chant. Not yet. Ponsoris.
Well, I'm
Get
gonna look
her,
over at
Ponsoris.
this little feller that Crane sent to me. Is this a paper creature?
Yeah, this is an origami bird.
All right, I'm gonna look to this origami bird, and I'm gonna say, "All right, God must strike, little feller." And then I'm gonna whisper.
It like slides under you, so you can like ride it into battle.
Heck, oh yeah, amazing. And then I'm gonna whisper to my bow. That's about enough talking, don't you think? I'm tired of this song. And I'm gonna activate the bow, and the bow, that ethereal part of the bow is going to sort of shift, and it's just the whole thing is gonna sort of look like it's made of glass. And I'm gonna take an attack with my. Oh, that was so close to a natural 20, but it's still a 28.
That hits.
Yeah.
You
All right,
guys.
and I need the creature to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's
Angels are
good.
not known for their wisdom.
19 plus 10, 29.
Never mind.
Okay, well, nothing cool happens from me whispering to the bow, but they do take a total of 18 damage from that hit.
That's the first attack, yeah.
And then I'm gonna come at with the second one. That's a 27 to hit.
That's a hit. God damn it. 14?
14. The sound of chanting. Wait, 14 on that wisdom save? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Cool. The sound of chanting emanating from this this angel creature just boom, it's snuffed out. And you almost hear like the sound of someone going "Phew," like blowing out a candle as this angelic creature is now silenced. And they are silenced for 1 round. So I guess until my next turn.
Yeah, they're just basically... people get confused that the opposite of sound is silence, but in this case, this is literally the it actively pulls sound to it, and you can feel the edge of even where this creature is. Every movement that it makes, not just its voice, but the chanting, you can see it moving its lips, but nothing is coming out. The pain, the footsteps, all the area around it just completely engulfed in its quiet, now muted desperation. It is a tragic sight if it weren't so funny. Okay, it is completely quiet. What's the damage on the second shot?
The second shot does 13 damage, and then I'm gonna say thank you, little feller, and flick the origami little back down to Crane.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
For its turn, you watch the angel reaches towards its where you would imagine its vocal cords to be. It is completely seeping. It is decomposing with every step that it takes towards Ukraine. You watch as pieces of it are turning to salt as it's taking step after step. AS, you're nearby, and Ray, you're nearby. Both of you get attacks of opportunity.
Heck
Oh,
yes.
fuck yeah.
This is our chance.
I agree. This is our chance.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Thank goodness. Finally.
Remember, you have bless as well.
22?
Yeah, also hits.
7 points of damage for me.
Still standing. Let's go.
No, come on!
Only 8 slashing.
Yes! With 4 hit points.
Did it.
She watches, and you guys swing at her once, twice, breaking off pieces of her body that turn to sand and salt. She will walk up to Ukraine, and in a last desperate attempt, she will attack you with the scythe.
Audrey.
Is she going through me?
Yeah, she will walk around you, but
Okay.
he's right behind you, so presumably she has a reach of 10 feet, so
Yep.
she's going to get an attack off unless you have some ability.
We'll see what happens when she attacks.
Okay. She is aiming for a specific part of your body, Crane. What's your natural AC?
12.
Okay, add 2 to that to 14 because it's a called shot. Let's see what happens. That is a 10 plus 10. That's a dirty... plus 9, sorry. That's a 19.
Silvery barbs.
Okay.
And I'm giving advantage to Crane.
And let's
Thank
roll that
you.
again.
That fucking spell.
I will say I will never use it on the DM's natural 20 as a DM myself. That's the one thing.
Fair.
I promise. I'm saying this to the internet now.
I literally just banned
That's
that
a
spell
great
from
rule.
me.
Legit.
I love that spell. I don't mind. 12 plus 9, 21 still hits.
Still hits.
Crane, you suffer.
And that's going to be a crit.
No, you're no longer... the hold spell dissipates when she got silenced.
Oh, okay.
So you're
Cool.
fine. I rolled some amount of damage and I missed it. 6d8 necrotic equals 26 points of necrotic damage. And you feel a part of you. I need you to make a constitution saving throw. The DC's half damage. DC 13 con saving throw, please.
You get advantage and you get a D4.
Okay.
Come on, you can do
Okay.
this.
Okay. Can I roll above a... okay, that is a... D4. 22.
Well, why'd you? What a troll! They're like, oh, he's got to be having a 9 or the
Gosh,
22.
my
Get out of my face! As she tries to rip through the page or the part of the writing that's on you that she desperately wants, it connects. She rips down, but the page, your constitution holds together. The scythe pulls through. She looks to you, but still ink, still the sepia tone, still that noir detective nonsense. She tries to growl in frustration, but no sound comes out. She will look around, and she will throw down her scythe, get on her knees, and look up. She will throw down her scythe, get on her knees, and look down. Ray, it is your turn.
Can I tell what she's doing?
She is readying herself to return to her realms.
Do I know that executing an angel sends them back to their realm?
I don't think you've met an angel before. I don't know that.
I do have probably a lot of like data. Can I roll for it?
Yeah, make a religion check.
Oh, not Arcana. Damn it. Okay, I can do a religion.
We'll call. You know what? Well, hang on. Before you roll it, I'll tell you the DC. DC 14.
I got a 3. She puts her head down. Gonna raise my axe. And I'll actually have a really cold expression. I mean, I have a blank expression mostly, but for the first time, I don't look like I'm hesitating to deliver punishment.
Go for it.
Where I've been holding back. Yeah, she's going to mercilessly. Yeah, that's going to be a hit. 18 plus 5.
Okay. Tell me, how do you finish the Death Pact Angel?
She's just going to very, like, mechanically go straight up and just straight down to behead her, basically.
Okay. As you bring your blade
and
down,
just hold.
It's almost like you pass through butter. The body is mostly decomposed, and as you go through the neck, it turns to sand and salt. And before it even hits the ground, all that's left is ash. Before the wind, this black wind out of nowhere, dark wind, you hear the sound of screaming voices in the distance being tortured and punished, leaving nothing but the memory of this angel and the very real wounds that adorn your companions.
She'll, like, take a second to, like, take it all in and then try to, like, banish the anger and allow her overdrive mode to cease, and then return to, like, a more relaxed position, and her axe hand will, like, retract. Who is injured?
I got ripped.
Um,
And basically, I'm all of me. All of this is me. So, yeah, it hurt a lot, but feeling chipper.
First level cure wounds.
we need a medic. We need a medic.
Oh, I am a medic. Don't worry, don't worry. And I just like do up your tie, and I'm like, oh, for a piece of paper, you're very handsome. And you get back 7.
You see, like, blush is drawn onto his cheeks.
Like Paper Yoshi.
What do you guys want to do? This room is quiet and silent. There is blood. There is angelic leftover. Like, definitely this wasn't just a fiction of your imagination.
Yes.
Aeus will begin sweeping that up a little
Yeah,
bit, trying to create a small pile of dust.
Ray's gonna avoid she seems afraid of the angel dust.
It's
All
30
right,
points
it's
of
dead.
healing.
30?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Level 11,
You
baby.
are very good at what you do.
Thank you.
It is always good to have a medic in the party.
Listen, sometimes healing the soul and healing the flesh is not that different, okay?
Well, this flesh can't be healed. I'd like to scoop the rest of the dust in like a small jar or pouch to take with me.
You got it.
Is there anything in the dust, or is it all just dust?
It's just all dust and
If I
salt.
sift through it, I kind of show, like, as I'm pouring it in, you can kind of see nothing's coming out of this.
Ponsoris, is that the same dust that the kids use to, how did you say, party?
No. Well,
I mean, it has
let
a
me
nickname of
check.
Angel Dust, like PCP.
What?
Never mind. Anyway,
What
Oh.
are you teaching her?
She's
wasn't-
learning lots of stuff on her own. I don't spend all day with her. She's an independent creature. She does her own thing. But we do. Yeah, I will scoop up some of that dust and just kind of like smell it a little bit, try to see if there is anything weird to it.
Just kind of like.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
I mean, it smells pretty well. You know what? Make a nature check.
All right.
And
I
AS,
can do
because you
that.
handled it, I'll let you do the same.
Okay.
Well, that's a 5 for me.
Nice. Yeah. Nope. I mean, you're still buzzing off that candy.
It's a 15 for me.
It smells like sulfur.
Oh. Mm.
Is it magical?
It is 100% magical.
Do I get any? If I like a detective, pick it up and like rub it into my gums.
Yeah.
You don't need to roll. Are you using your daily ability?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Seeing you do this, I will also eat a little bit of it.
It's not good.
Ah! Just immediately spit it out.
If you
It
place
just kind of like
it in
falls.
my
You just see
tongue,
it fall through Crane.
This
I
reeks.
trick there.
This reeks of transmutation magic. And the presentation may have been divine. That is not its true nature.
Okay.
Does
it have a magical signature?
It does. It is.
Would I?
It is infernal in nature. Infernal.
Would I know from the magical signature of like who sent it? Not like who, but like if I found the person, could I put that together?
Oh,
or
like
is this just
the seal or like the signature style?
Yeah.
Yes. If you found this, the skill to transform a devil to look like an angel and fool the senses is something that is nothing that Muzaffar himself would have been capable of. Whoever did this has capacities that you've never heard of.
But I have their scent, right?
You absolutely have their scent.
And
in
taste.
fact, you have their taste. Yeah, exactly. You may
We're
have
on the same wavelength.
you may have to start licking people to figure out who this is.
Wait. So
Ray
how does it
doesn't
taste?
know the difference between divine and infernal, so she's still uncomfortable by it. Just...
That's fair.
Wait. It tastes like infernal?
Yes. It's distinctly more spicy.
Would you like
Oh.
some?
No.
AS will offer some.
No, I saw your reaction.
Yeah, it's not delicious. I don't recommend it, but everyone their own experience. She'll kind of pocket it away.
It kind of tastes like how pain feels, or at least how pain was described to be how it feels.
Wait, good pain or bad pain?
Like bad.
Is...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how pain
Ray
feels,
looks
but
so
I would
confused.
assume.
I also don't understand pain.
Me neither, I'm just-
3-day-old burnt.
We have
shrimp.
so much in common.
Fascinating.
You know that with the commotion and the noise that this caused, Ponsoris, you have limited time before somebody comes calling and asking questions.
Yeah.
And the crime scene is now very contaminated.
Well, I think we should very quickly decide if there's anything in here that we would like to take with us, and then I think we should quickly leave and perhaps have a conversation about everything that just happened somewhere that isn't about to be stormed with a bunch of Lyceum hooligans.
So the events happening with, just real quick for our GM, the events happening with that shining sort of beacon on us and that creature coming out.
Mhm.
Do I think there's any coincidence in the?
It's 100. But there's no coincidence. This is not a coincidence. This
Okay.
thing, you quickly put it together that whatever the scrying eyes were, one of them literally was ruptured like an overripe egg or tomato and summoned or called forth whatever this was.
I think the member of the devoted did this. They're the one who cast this magic. and then this creature comes out immediately, and 1 + 1 = 2.
That is correct.
Wait,
but
you mean the
they-
devoted, like
they-
the tongue people?
Yeah, well, the tongue lady.
Oh,
But the devoted actually serve gods or celestials, and this was an infernal creature. So
Well, maybe they were lying. Maybe they were posing as someone else.
They were gunning for you, Crane. AS, do you have a spot we could lay low for a little bit and try to figure out what our next step should be?
I've got a little broom closet we can go sit in. But 1 second, can I check the trash can real quick just to see if like there's any like thrown away notes?
Hell
or
yeah,
anything?
sure,
That's a
absolutely.
good idea.
That's such a
Actually,
smart janitor.
I'm gonna ask you guys, whoever's examining the chamber in the room, to make investigation rolls.
yeah.
I'll take a little look around for.
So the only other thing not made of paper, Crane pulls out, and it's like an old-timey
17.
magnifying glass.
Nice.
My other magical item.
So sorry, what was the result?
17.
Okay,
18.
18. Okay,
I got a
26.
Jesus.
22.
You suck. You didn't get 26. All right, and Audrey, what'd you get?
24.
We
Okay.
all
And I thought
are
I did
good
roll
at
with 18.
investigation.
I'm gonna roll just to
I'm
see
rolling
what
hot,
I would
man.
have gotten. I'm just gonna. Here comes the nat 1 because I suck at D&D. Let's just do
Actually, I made a
Great
mistake.
roll.
You're gonna say like
Oh.
natural 12.
yeah.
So I'll preface it that way from here
That's
on
it.
out.
14. Okay, not as good as you guys. Still.
I made a mistake. It's actually 27.
All right. Well, you
That makes a
lied, so now you're level
Well,
1.
excuse
Am I the only one with
me.
like a negative investigation ability here?
Yes, maybe you
Yeah.
are, but that's all
I have
right.
a +5.
The circle comes to you over and over again. Why was there a circle here, and how did it get broken? Why did Muzaffar summon something? Looking at the circle of magic that sits here that broke, he had a question, and you find in the garbage between all of you a torn up piece of paper that has just calculations and draconic mixed in with elvish. You see that the piece of paper with your magic abilities and just your insight exists in multiple phases at once. It is a piece of paper that exists here, but also in different pocket dimensions, and assembling it takes some doing. With the 27, the puzzle is solved. Muzaffar had discovered that magic was failing, and there in front of you, the mathematical arcanist formula that proves it, and by how much. And it seems that in his search or in his quest to understand why, he summoned something or someone to answer some questions for him, and it did not go how he thought it would. With a 27?
Actually, it's a 28. I got it wrong again.
Oh my god.
This is
You're
a
just gonna
ability that
keep adding
every
numbers.
time you say the number, it goes up.
And that's it.
Is Bless still in effect? Does he get to add a D4 on top of
Yeah,
this?
true.
Not for ability checks.
Not for ability
just
checks.
for saving
I know.
throws, attack rolls.
The circle that you study here, hey, this is going to sound familiar to you, Zach. A summoning circle, and there are 12 points to it, 12 different planes. The biggest one pointing in the direction through time and space in 4 dimensions to the plane that he's trying to pull something out of. He pointed 2 of them and banked on something to answer. He figured nothing in this realm would know the answer to this question, and the day of questioning is still tomorrow. So he sought the counsel of angels above and devils below, and whomever answered the question that would be summoned here might be able to help.
So he summoned something here. Do I imagine that was that wasn't the infernal creature, obviously, that we just
Whatever
fought?
he summoned was
Escaped.
so either aided or was so powerful that the greatest wizard of this age, the greatest wizard you have ever known, was not able to contain it.
That's Not great.
What is not?
All of you see all of these thoughts that are going through Crane's head are literally going through his head. You can see them like his running monologue written across him.
Son,
So
we
you
can
see-
read you like a book. You should turn that off for a hot second.
What? Oh. You
It's on
you
your
see his
face.
hair like flip over.
These pages, these can't be shared publicly. Not yet. This will cause public unrest. This will cause panic. And I'm not cleaning up those streets once that happens.
Wow.
Something dangerous is out there then. This is awful. For lack of a better word, she just kind of lets that hang.
It gets worse. My sweetness, can I trust these lovely folk?
Yeah. Everyone here is about as trustworthy as they can get.
Okay. When I died, and I open up my robe and you see this big zipper shut, sewn into the part of where my heart is, and I unzip it open and just open the
Raise
flesh.
eyes.
And you see a little mechanical heart. So like I said, I, like you, I run on nuts and bolts, yes? Ponsoris found me, my heart failed, and I thought that, well, I was a member of the church, and they told me if I tried to seek some modern medicine that I would not be accepted by the gods, and so I didn't. And I let myself slowly die. But that doesn't matter. What does matter is when I did die, I saw a vision. The gods are quieting. They are disappearing. And this has to be a coincidence. Every chance I get, I go out of the city to look at the stars, to ask them questions, and they never speak. They have never spoken since I died. I don't know what's going on, but we have to be very careful who we talk to and who we trust, because this city is ripe with people striving for power. Whether they're wizards or arcanists or clergymen. And he just kind of flops to the floor. And then you notice through that battle he was wearing like slippers. And he's just kind of like playing with his slippers and looking down.
I'm gonna take a moment and wave my hand around as a small pile of candies appear in my hand. Little lemon drop looking tangerine balls. I'm gonna hand each of you one. I think we found ourselves in the middle of something crazy, but if I can confess, this is a room of very capable individuals. It's a
Your
lot to take in.
timepiece. Your timepiece. The imp appears. It is 5 p.m. You must get ready for the celebration dinner.
Oh, shite.
And you realize you guys arrived here at like 10:30 in the morning.
What? God dang dimensional rooms. All right.
Get up. Aeus will reach down to offer a hand.
Rain, that giant guillotine blade turns back into his pipe. Like, looks like we have a case to solve.
And with that, the time of night as you need to get ready
So
to head
excited.
to the evening, the dinner, the celebration, the eve of the day of questioning. We will end tonight's session here with you having a whole new mystery laid in front of you. Before we call it a night, I hope you guys had a good time. Let's go around the table, I guess, one more time and sort of saying like where we can find people. Oh, by the way, before we go, is anybody streaming tonight? Like, are we rating into any one of you? No, okay. So we'll start with the person that we finished last. I think who went last time? Was it you, Cinder?
I don't know. I can go.
Okay, you
I'm
go.
gonna go.
Oh, I think it might have been Zach, but you're gonna go first. That's fine. Go
Hello,
ahead.
my name is Cinderblock Sally. I am a YouTube streamer, but I'm
Woohoo.
guesting on Twitch right now. Lovely to see you. You can find my stuff on Cinderblock Sally at YouTube Cinderblock Sally. And I mostly stream where I do call-in shows and homebrew review. I'm usually around on Sunday nights and Thursday nights and sometimes other nights. So come hang out.
Nice, thank you. And Ponsoris was a lot of fun. I'm starting to like him a lot, and I'm gonna kill him for sure.
Do it.
Aeus, Caustic Phoenix, where can we D20 Deathmatch and all these other things? Great
Yes!
Arbiter, where do we
That's
find you?
right.
Right.
Yes, August 13th.
Woo!
Lucky number 13 is when we will kick off season 5 of D20 Deathmatch. It'll be a grand old time, but if you're itching to catch up right now on Twitch, we are running 24/7 of all of our old seasons, so you can see what's going on over there. You could tell what season I'm in depending on what my hair color is, so you'll kind of see a change go through.
All right, I'm
Give
trying to
you an idea
remember-
how far along you are.
There's the Arbiter, and there's like what's the other title?
Grandmaster.
Grandmaster. Which one? I can't remember which one you are.
I am the Grandmaster.
Grandmaster. There it is.
Yes.
Awesome. Audrey, Matt, where can we find you on the fine interwebs?
Oh man, you can find me at twitch.tv/theplaymat. I do a lot of world building streams. I work as a professional GM. I do improv things on Twitch and all that jazz. Next week, I'm doing the craziest thing in the world. Starting Saturday at 5 p.m., I'm doing this thing called the Roleplay Relay. It's going to be 168 hours of D&D streamed nonstop. Both groups swapping every 12 hours. So I'm going to do
Jesus.
12 hours a day for 7 days, 84 hours of DMing. I'm really sad that I won't be here next week because of that. Oh my gosh. Please don't kill my little Ponzi. That's all I'm going to say.
It'll be fine. Audrey's will be totally fine and safe.
Ace is just gonna carry you out of this room. Like she has no words, but just for the end of this, like
Yeah.
you
Baby
just
Bjorn me
feel-
through the next
Yes.
session.
comforting you through. She'll wear you like in a little pack around your back, like her
Nice.
back. You just stay in the sling.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Zach speaks something or the other. Zach.
Giant, I've heard, but it's up to interpretation. Zach speaks giant and other things. If you write into your Google Internet Machine, my name will come up. And I have a YouTube channel, I have a TikTok channel, I have a Twitch, I have a podcast. All these things that you can enjoy for the low cost of free.
Nice. That's the best.
Also streaming tomorrow. I don't know when tomorrow is, depending on your reference, but 6 p.m. EST Thursday.
On YouTube for Baldur's Gate. Amazing. And last but not least, certainly Scarlet. Or what was it that Siri
Hi.
calls you?
Sexerlit.
Sexerlit. Nice. I love it.
Scarlet64 on all the social medias. I do a lot of TTRPG content. I'm mostly known for my Sunday Out of the Abyss actual plays, but I'm also I'm DMing a 20th level one shot
Nice.
tomorrow against Vecna.
Nice.
Woo!
So that'll be fun.
You'll get him. Easy clap. Kill him.
Oh, I want to kill the party so bad.
Oh, you're Vecna. Okay, kill them all. Nice.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm Vecna.
Okay. You're gonna have a great time with it. As for me, tomorrow morning I'm back. This is like 11 p.m. and I have to be up at 4:30. Nice. We're gonna be continuing Baldur's Gate 3. We've started the run. We're continuing. It's going pretty fun. It's good times. So tune in if you want to. You don't have to. You live your life. And then in terms of D&D, next Wednesday morning, there's no Dragonlance because I'm on my way to Gen Con, but I think we'll do episode 2 of this. And then after that, I'm off for a few days because I'll be in Indianapolis. Woohoo! Oh boy. Anyhow, chat, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing your support. We're going to call it a night, and we hope to see you guys next time. I think this is where we say bye. Zach, do the thing.
Bye forever. See you later.
All right, take care, everyone, and see you next time.